Screw that. Hello. Who's that? Oh, in, out, shake it all about.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Right,
Howdy
hi.
doody.
how's
Hello,
tier 4?
everyone.
Hello. Fantastic, mate. Same as tier 3 and tier 2.
Going in tier 4.
Mhm. Yeah.
What a
we all
shit show,
doing?
eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good, good. Well,
For some
feeling
reason,
better.
my
I've been
webcam
ill
isn't
all week,
working.
so that's
In
been
a
fun.
week. You've been all right?
Yeah.
Just
I'm all right
okay.
now. I'm on the mend.
Okay.
I got a bit worried when my taste and smell went, but it was literally only for like half a day, and I've been having snotty nose and stuff, which generally isn't a symptom. So it's just
yeah.
your typical
Where'd you get that?
cold or just a random cold, I think. They're
You've
still
been
about.
licking the stairs.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely not.
You'll know it's COVID because it's when it's a smell and taste goes. Trust me, it's nothing like you've ever had before. It's fucking weird.
Just tasting texture instead of actual anything.
Yeah, you can eat anything. You start eating really healthy though, and because nothing, you can just woof it down. It doesn't really matter. All the
all
food you
serve up something that I don't like. Just eat anything.
Exactly. Boiled or steamed cabbage, job done.
Bowls of spinach.
Yeah, bowls of spinach.
Clods of earth. Fuck it. Like it's all the same.
Exactly. Right, let's get this.
Is the Peebles turning up?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm using my Nintendo Pro controller. You know, the Switch Pro controller at the moment.
Oh yeah.
I've used it for a while. Fucking hell, it feels tiny compared to the PlayStation 4 controller now. 5 controller.
5, yeah. So
the 5 is a monster, isn't it? And it just, it does fit your hands.
Yeah, it's just because it's slightly wider and
at the bottom. It's the bottom bit. It's the PlayStation 5.
Ah.
Yeah, I find it fits my hands more comfortably than the PS4 controller, which I really like.
See, I'm the opposite.
It's just because you're used to it, I think.
Yeah,
it might be something to do with that as well.
How's my headset this week? I've got a pair of Turtle Beaches I bought at Asda.
You sound fine, man.
Excellent.
The problem.
Oh, you won't have it this week because it doesn't hang anymore. I've got a little. You can hear it now. It's on the side of my face now, so it doesn't touch my neck.
Okay.
So you're all right.
Cool.
I listened back to. Oh, she's got red head. I listened back to it last week, and it was like.
Yeah. Do I give her monkeys? Not really.
No.
That sometimes it might be me occasionally because I do like mute myself a fair bit, and it's sort of like that. If you can hear that,
it was me.
Yeah, I know it's you sometimes, but I've heard people say before, "What's that noise?" And I've just been like, "Oh, it's probably me because I just muted myself." So I've been moving about.
Give my character a name. Give name.
Alright, so I'm just trying to sort out my webcam quickly.
What are you doing at the moment then, Stunty?
I'm starting a video game that I've not played
yet.
I'm just starting the Astral Chain.
All right, yeah, that's pretty mad. It's not exactly something you can play on the podcast, mate.
Isn't it? All right.
No, it's quite action focused and story based at the beginning. So you just sort of be skipping through and ignoring like what it's all about, kind of a thing.
I'll just let it load.
That makes sense.
Out and put something else on. I don't know what to put on, to be honest.
I'll just put on something fucking easy, mate, where you can just switch your brain off.
I haven't got anything easy at the moment. Everything I've got is fucking hard.
Don't think I've dropped out.
No, you're still here, mate. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Ah, there we go.
No, I was on about Dan.
All right. Dan?
Well,
I think
I'm
that's
back.
what Dan was on about.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can't hear Dan.
I think Dan's dropped out and he'll come back.
Has he? Okay.
There's occasionally issues.
Happy Christmas, St. Adams. Happy Christmas. My Richard is very small.
I get confused which buttons are fucking controls all wrong on the Switch, aren't they? Fucking arse.
Yeah, they're just back to front.
Yeah, I know, it does my head in. I'll tell you what I will pay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put a Mario on.
What?
Actually, no, I won't. I'll put
you need a haircut. Webby, you need a haircut.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen. Yeah, I've got to go on the Twitch, haven't
I normally wear a baseball cap, but last week it got really uncomfortable because if you wear it for a long time with a headset, it really hurts your head.
Yeah.
So
Twitch, please. Twitch. I bet it's going to
hello,
tell me about
Grant. Yeah.
Hello.
Did you know? Because I take this COVID stuff very seriously, Dan. I've only had one haircut this year.
I'm going to
One.
save you that, ain't.
You need to
Yeah.
get a pair of clippers, mate.
Nah, I'm gonna grow it, mate. I'm gonna be a hippie.
Okay.
But well, I actually I had a shave this morning, but before this morning I hadn't had a shave for nearly 2 weeks, and I had a proper beard going on. I thought I'd better shave it before the podcast.
I find shaving a right pain in the arse.
I'll just but it just gets itchy. Oh, it's like get to one. It's like last, you know.
Oh, you need to have a shave, man. Nothing like having a nice shave and then getting on with your day.
Yeah.
I thought you should have shagged him.
Well, whatever, mate.
Well, that is a good way to start the day.
There you go.
Oh yeah, your hair is long. I've just seen a picture of you. My God, you look a right nerd.
I am a nerd. Nothing wrong with that.
No, especially in a Star Trek Enterprise ship.
Yes, I am on the Enterprise, wearing my Super Mario T-shirt. Super nerd.
Okay. Oh, speaking of which,
yeah.
I don't know whether it meant. Did anyone watch the Nintendo Direct about the Super Nintendo World in Japan?
No, I didn't.
When was that then?
I did. It was on at like some random time late at night or early in the morning. I was like sifting through YouTube and I noticed it was live, like a Nintendo Direct special thing. Just came across it.
What's
and
it
it
called?
was Miyamoto taking you around
Mario World.
Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan.
So drugs all around then.
It's
off the Mario World.
Quite crazy. It's really well done. Like, it must have been quite surreal for Miyamoto to see something he created sort of like realised in a theme park and stuff. It is mad from a creative perspective, isn't it? Like,
it's
something
actually
you create becomes so big, and
it's actually called Super Nintendo World. That's awesome.
Have you sort of like seen the pictures and stuff? But yeah, there's like a I think it's 20 minutes or 15-minute video of him just walking you through few attractions of the park, and they're all kind of.
Is it a pipe? Lol.
You can sort of interact with the exhibits and stuff because you get like a weird watch that syncs with your smartphone with some fucking app or something.
Oh, that's
usual shite, but
that's cool.
Does things, and you go around the park and you can punch blocks with the thing and get coins.
Nice.
And weird things like that. But the best one seems to be one of the rides there was like, yes, mate. It they didn't actually show it, but it looked like a sort of single cart Mario Kart roller coaster kind of thing.
Oh, that sounds cool.
But you wear augmented reality while you're riding it.
Okay. Oh, that sounds very cool.
I'm with the remote now.
So it'd be like, I'd imagine it gives you the experience of what it'd be like to be in the Mario Kart while it's doing a set.
That's
thing. Awesome. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, just thought I'd mention it when you brought up the Nintendo thing. It just reminded me.
Cool. So I've decided that we're not going to bother doing any sing-songs this year.
Good.
Oh, fuck.
Good. Singing them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I would have been the only one singing again. So.
Yeah.
It usually is, and we just make noise. Like...
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, but should we start in a minute? Are you ready to go now?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go last in the announce as well. It just makes it easier.
All right. So we'll go Dan, Stunty, Darren. You got that?
Yep.
Cool. And a 3. And a 2. And a 1. Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast episode 51 for Tuesday, the 22nd of December, 2020. I'm your host, Mark Webb, gamertag, PissND, SteamID, Webby, 360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
Greetings from Tier 2, Cinema Dan.
And greetings from Tier 2, it's number 1 Stuntmaster.
Tier 4, Sensei Switch.
Oh
dear.
Oh, don't just love this country. Anyway, this is our Christmas special, so I've got to be first to say Merry Christmas to all our listeners.
Yeah.
Hope
Merry
you enjoy
Christmas.
going out.
Yeah.
Hope you've ordered too much food and you have to eat it all.
Yeah.
Hope this ain't good on the telly.
No,
Yeah,
there isn't. No, there
just
isn't.
be
Mrs.
gaming,
Brown's
mate.
Boys.
Well,
Mrs.
this
Brown's
is the
Boys
thing. There's
twice
going to be
this year.
there's going to be so many people indoors, stuck indoors, having to watch the telly that even mediocre shows and stuff are going to get like record viewings probably.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Because no
know.
one's got much else to do.
It's all about
Crack out the board
Netflix.
games. Go retro, people. Do you remember when you used to have the old family board games and stuff?
Sort of.
Like if
Not
you live
really.
at home and that.
No, we'll just get the
Always.
Switch out and play some Smash Bros or something.
Yeah. I'll just get really, really drunk and fall asleep.
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, done. Eat too much food, pass out, done.
I've got some retro games I'm going to probably put on. I normally get the
Nice.
Wii U out at Christmas.
Yeah. Do you now? That's what you
Yeah.
call it.
Because we play Mario Party, and
Okay.
there's quite a few. There's Mario 9, I think it is, and 10. And one of them's not very good, but there's quite a few of them games we play. We used to play a thing called Nintendo Land, which was quite fun.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard that lying about.
Yeah, it was quite good fun because the trouble is my daughter was quite young when we used to play it because it's one of these where you've got to chase after the character and then you've got to just sort of jump on them. But the problem is now she's really good at video games now, so we've got no hope of beating her now.
Yeah.
But no, that's coming out. We'll probably play card games. I did get something from the charity shop the other day. It's Born in the 80s. It's a card game where you've got to. Trouble is, it'd probably be too easy for me because it shows you a picture and you've got to guess what it is. Well, I had a quick look and I knew most of them already.
Do you remember a card game from, I think it was the 80s or 90s? It was How to Be a Complete Bastard, the
Yeah.
card game.
Oh, yeah, that's that age remembers, isn't it? Yeah. That actually goes
Nice
for good money.
game for all the family.
That's funny.
Have you ever played it?
Yeah,
No,
I played it.
no,
I had
no.
it, I think, when I was younger. I can't remember how it worked, but I know it was a bit on the... What's
On the
it?
what?
Edgy
Not
side.
smutty side, yeah. Smutty, edgy side, I guess, to a
okay.
degree.
Is it a bit like Cards Against Humanity?
It's, I don't know.
No, I don't.
I've never played
it.
Cards Against Humanity.
I've played Cards Against Humanity, and there's no surprises there.
It's great.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. Just play with the right people. Don't play with
Yeah.
your mum or dad, though.
No.
Unless they're evil or
Yeah.
anyone in your 80s. Don't do that. It'll kill them in shock.
Right. Anyway, Christmas special, everyone. Christmas time. Strange Christmas for everyone this year, obviously, around the world. Not seeing family, etc. It's not really a big change for me, to be honest. I normally reserve Christmas for just, missus and the kids. So, not really a big change for me. So I'm not that fussed. I know, obviously, a lot of people, it is a big disappointment. But I hope you're listening to this podcast and we cheer you up a little bit. That's what we're here for, right? Try and cheer people up.
Is this a Patreon episode or
no?
not?
Well, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But because it's Christmas, we're going to have this available for everybody as a Christmas present. Yeah. So, we will resume to the normal schedule in the new year because we want to get the next show that we do will be the Game of the Year show. So that'll be back to, so if I'll keep the weeks the same, so this week was meant to be Patreon, but we'll have it for everyone because it's Christmas. And then next week's show will be the Game of the Year show, but that'll be for everyone as well. And then we'll go back to normal after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why are you not on then, Peebs? It's a free show. Come on, Peebs. I can see you.
Is he in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he is. Look,
Yes,
he only comes on when it's the free ones.
Just pop in for like an hour or so.
Yeah, Peebs, what you doing?
It doesn't mean you've got to come on the podcast if you're in tier 4.
Dude, I'm drinking this week. It'd be fine. Come on, get on there. Get on it.
He's just finished work. He wants to relax with his missus and have a 10 pints to relax. That's what he normally does, the bloody alcoholic. Yeah.
A bottle of Malibu.
Yeah,
Gotta be
bottle of
up early.
Malibu, then he's up early again in the morning.
Joy.
Yeah, well, he better be on the Game of the Year show next week when we
Has he
record.
played 5 games?
I was just thinking that.
Oh,
Has he actually played 5 games?
Well, I was thinking that myself. Because I've been thinking about the Game of the Year for a good few weeks or so, and I've only managed to get a top 4. I can't actually think of a 5th game at all, so I need to go and look
I've
at
got
what games have come out.
I know what
Yeah,
people
the
did.
year has been longer than you think. Like,
Yeah.
it always seems like it's over quickly, but it's not really.
Well, what's really annoying is I haven't played Yakuza 7, and that would probably have been in the top 5, but
Well, you can bash it out in 5 days, can't you?
I haven't got it, mate. I haven't got it.
You didn't buy it then, no?
No. I've asked for it for Christmas.
Okay, well, you can still bash
There you
it out in
go.
5 days from Christmas Day, Boxing Day, day after Boxing Day. All by the new year. Job done.
Yeah.
I saw it dropped in price because I went in game the other day and it was down to 34. So I
Nice.
sold well.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering when we're going to
Is it the
record this
Steelbook
show. Because obviously we normally record on a Sunday, but obviously next Sunday's the 27th. I don't know if that'll be a bit too early. Maybe do a few days later, like a midweek one or something. I don't know.
Just see what day everyone's available.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
maybe before New Year's, but obviously,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't think
when
anyone's
everyone's
doing
available.
No, I'll be around
Yeah.
Sunday anyway because we're off for the Monday anyway.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so we'll keep it to normal then. Okay.
Might even have a beer next week, so that'll be
Yeah.
a messy show.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
I'm drinking Clockwork Tangerine at the moment, Dan.
I've got Heineken, so there.
Wow.
It's good for my diabetes Pilsner. I think it's a Pilsner. Oh, anyway, it doesn't mess me up like IPAs do, so it's good.
Oh, Peeps is working on Sunday.
Baby.
How can you be working on next Sunday, Peeps? I wouldn't have thought people want, what your job is on a
Yeah,
Sunday.
they might do. You never know.
So why are we having a conversation over chat? Get in here.
Right, anyway, shall we shall we get into the games?
I thought we got the news.
Yeah, what is the news?
Okay, we'll do the news first then. All right, okay, keeping it to that then. Okay, there's been a little bit of news. Most of it is Cyberpunk related, to be honest. Okay, so the first piece of news is that Cyberpunk has been removed from the PlayStation Online Store by Sony. This is because obviously all the complaints that people are making about the game being broken and all the glitches, etc., trying to get refunds on the Sony platform. So they've decided just to take it off the store, and anyone that asks for a refund can get a refund. Microsoft have not followed suit. They have said that they will give people a refund, but they're not going to take it off the store. So effectively, it is now a Xbox console exclusive if you want to buy it on the store, which is quite funny,
you
really.
can still buy disc copies
Yes,
of the
yeah,
one on
of course,
PS4.
yeah.
Because obviously that's the weird thing is you'll obviously because like I said before, I've been playing on Series X and bar the odd little sort of I don't know, random item that's having a bit of a spec fit.
Yeah.
I haven't really had many issues apart from that. To be honest, and that's literally rare. Well, I've seen it about 3 times in about 30, 40 hours.
Yeah. I had an invisible shotgun last night. Yeah, that was about it though. And an and a floating mobile phone. There we go. That's all I had.
Yeah, the only thing I ever, I've had a few bugs. I mean, the one of the bugs I know you saw, Webby, which was, I don't think it's a bug. I just think it's an issue with the game. They hadn't finished that bit, and that is when you're out in the wastelands and you can see the cars in the distance, and they're there, and then they disappear.
Yeah,
I think that's just something they just never got round to finishing.
Yeah.
I mean, the only random thing I've had, I've had a couple of random things where, don't forget, I'm playing this on the PS5 as well. Cause don't forget, not everyone knows I've got one now.
Because you'd need the PS4 to be able to play on the PS5, because obviously there is no actual official PS5
that's right. Yeah.
version.
But the only difference is I'm playing on an SSD, whereas I'm not playing it on a hard drive. As in the external. The only thing I've had is weird things. I had a couple of things where I don't know if this was actually the game, but I was near a scaffolding site, and there was all these rock bricks, that were like sorry, someone's building a wall and they've left a load of bricks on the scaffolding site, and they were exploding. It just randomly
Oh,
exploded.
weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. Just stood there. I was like, what the hell? It was like, it was like, and then I thought at first they were falling off the scaffolding, but they weren't. They were just, and then if you actually looked at them properly, they were moving about. And then I've had that with plastic bags as well. I've seen plastic bags or rubbish bags, in a pile somewhere down a back alley, and they're just exploding.
Popping like Kong.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't me. It was like, it didn't make
Just
me
like
think,
real life.
yeah. It didn't make me think, oh, that's it, right? I want money back, So, but no, it's not. I mean, I know a few people as well that are actually playing it on the PS4, and they haven't had any issues. So I don't know where all this is getting. Part of me is thinking, is this just?
There are a lot. The bugs are all over the internet. Like, you can't deny the.
Well, I was going to talk about. I'm going to save it for when we talk about what we obviously, because we wouldn't talk about Cyberpunk when we're talking about the games we played. But I've had quite a few bugs this week when I've been playing it that I want to mention, but I'm going to save it for after the news. After the news.
But they're being sued now, I hear.
Yeah.
Well, someone's offering their services so people can sue. Which is like Lionel Hutz of The Simpsons, basically.
Yeah.
Does someone want to give me money to try a case out?
No win, no fee. That's the story, basically. It's ridiculous.
Did you hear the other thing as well? I heard that popped up last week that there was a load of people complaining that they got a refund, but they can't keep the game.
Yeah,
well, they're just idiots, aren't they?
Really? Is this the world we live in now? You expect to get a game, you don't like it. Oh, I want to get a refund. Oh, but I still want to keep it though. I see that on eBay all the time. People buy something and then they go, "Oh, I'm not sending it back." Well, you ain't getting your fucking money back then, are you? It's just
one thing I do want to say about Cyberpunk, about the glitches and stuff, is I've experienced a few, nothing game breaking or anything. I am wondering if the whole Cyberpunk issue has just been blown way out of proportion, because I've been speaking to like Colin, who's playing it on a base Xbox One. He's had a few issues, but it hasn't stopped him from playing the game. And various other people on social media on various console platforms are still vastly enjoying the game. So in my opinion, this is no different. I'm not excusing it by any means, but is it any different to like the Bethesda games that have come out in the past that have been full of bugs and glitches when they launched and being fixed later on?
People did lay into them as well, right?
Yeah, they did, but it didn't get to this point where Sony are taking it off the store. People are up in arms. The company's losing, has a billion wiped off its stock value, and they're getting sued and all that. I mean, do you personally think it's that such a poor state that should be happening? Because I certainly don't think so, from what I've played.
The worry you have, right, is where does this set for the future now?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know that Halo was pulled this year because that was officially supposed to come out this year. I mean, probably Microsoft are probably thinking, fucking hell, I'm pleased we didn't release this because we would have got destroyed.
Yeah.
Now, but the worry now you have is what happens to the next game that comes out, the next Skyrim that comes out? Are now these developers now going to start to worry? Shit, we could get destroyed if we release this now, or is this a case of now we're going to?
Mate, this keeps happening. It's going to keep happening in the future.
Yeah.
Nothing gets fixed.
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
We talk about this kind of thing at least once or twice a year.
Yeah, but it's got to stage.
Seems like it.
It's so bad now that the way people are, oh, this game's broken. I mean, I remember Days Gone when it came out. That got absolutely destroyed as well. It's like, right, terrible, game's broken, doesn't work at all. I can't play it. And the rest of it, even though it did work, it's just had a few bugs. I can't comment because I never played the game on launch. But it's got to that stage now where developers must start to worry now. They're releasing the game. They've got the investors saying, look, we want this game released at this date here and there.
See, this is it. You've just hit the nail on the fucking head there, mate, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The developers, some of it's there, obviously, it is down to them, obviously, but it's also down to the fucking companies pushing the games out before they're finished and ready.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you've heard this. Obviously, parts of the news, like the developers aren't happy that the game's been constantly sort of like pushed and then forced out. Like it was the fact it was pushed back 3 times is kind of like, yeah, this still needs work. This still needs work. This still needs work.
Yeah.
But yet the investors are like, no, we need our money now. We need the stock market to blah blah blah. In my ideal world, these studios should just be themselves, and they shouldn't have other people above them telling them what to do.
Yeah, I completely agree.
In my opinion,
you know, we've talked about this before.
Good, tasty product that people are waiting for, that's been left in the oven for the perfect time, and you bring it out, everyone's satisfied. You rush it out to the table, people are going to be pissed.
Yeah, because that's what people remember. Because you look at what No Man's Sky, when that launched, it was all, it's No Man's Lie, it's a load of shit. But now, apparently,
and then look at it,
apparently it's really good now. But you still got a large portion of people that are like, well, that game's shit. I'm not gonna buy it because it was shit at launch. You know, it affects people, you know, forever.
Well, destroyed, didn't it? I'm sorry to say, No Man's Sky absolutely got destroyed. All right, there's probably a little bit of fanboyism as well, due to the fact being it was a PlayStation exclusive, and you know what people are like in this day and age. Even if they don't own a PlayStation, or it's the same on the Xbox, they will go, "Oh, that game's the worst game ever," but they don't even have that console. They've never played it, but they will still slate it to bits because they want to destroy the console. You get it with Russia Blood, not Russia Blood, Rise, Son of Rome.
Well, yeah.
You know, that got absolutely destroyed. I thought it was a great game.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked Rise, Son of Rome. It's fun.
But again, absolutely destroyed, didn't it? Because it's an Xbox game. It was an Xbox exclusive. That's the problem now. We've got fanboys who've got so bad these days. They want to destroy the competition so that you buy their console. And it doesn't matter what the game is. They will try if it's not perfect, you know. But every game gets it these days. You know, it's I don't know. It's just gamers just. I don't know. Sad, really. You know.
Well, you get that as well with, obviously, like you were saying, the exclusives. That's just as well, like we've mentioned.
Yeah.
That's just them developing for like 1 or 2 platforms, maybe at most. This was for everything.
Yeah,
it was for 3 generations of systems.
Yeah.
And a PC, which is variable results depending on what you're running it with.
Yeah, and that's a problem because we talked about this last week, right? You know, you look at the Witcher games; they were always made on PC first, and then they were ported over to console a little while later. I think when a development studio is, you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic, they're probably all working from home, so they're not so not as much as getting done, and it's harder to get things done. That you're working on multiple platforms. You know, and you look at like the Xbox version, apparently the game knows when it's running on a Series X, so it runs better and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of variables that they have to, put in as well. You know, it needed more time, and and apparently, because it leaked, there was like a conference call between the managers and the devs within CD Projekt Red, and the developers were saying, look, we told you before that it needed more time, but the management were like, no, we've got this December date now. It's been delayed since March. It needs to come out. You know, and it was the wrong decision because they've lost a lot of goodwill. But again, I do think personally it's been blown way out of proportion because it's a buggy game and it is a bit of a mess, but I personally don't think it deserves the hate that it's had, to be honest. That's just my opinion.
And when we get into playing the game in a bit, then you'll realise why we think it's, regardless of the bugs, how, what we think of the game.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to move on to the next piece of news anyway, because we're going to talk about...
That took 15 minutes.
Yeah. Right. Well, there's another little bit of CD Projekt Red news, actually.
Oh, more? Fucking hell, you are spoiling us.
Yeah, so this is about GOG, Good Old Games. It's actually owned by CD Projekt Red, GOG. So they own the app and the store and the website and all that sort of stuff. So they sell a lot of games on this store, mainly old games. But there was a game that came out a couple of years ago on Steam and then got taken down, and then GOG put out some stuff on social media saying, "All right, this game, Devotion, it's called, is going to be launched on our page today, on our storefront." And I was like, and everyone was like, "Yeah, we want to play this. Yeah, okay." So I was like, "Cool." And then literally a few hours later, they put on social media, "Oh, we have now decided that we're not going to sell the game anymore." And then people were up in arms, giving CD Projekt Red more shit. So basically, the gist is, the short version of the story is, this game Devotion came out 2 years ago, launched on Steam. It's a Taiwanese-made horror game, and apparently it's very well reviewed horror game, very scary. Anyway, there's a tiny little nugget in the game which has now actually been removed by the devs, but it had a little bit where it compared the Chinese emperor to Winnie the Pooh. So obviously we all know that's a big no-no. You know, the Chinese aren't very...
He looks nothing like Winnie the Pooh. Well, one's a bear, the other one's a bloke.
Well, I know, but apparently that's a thing that, you know... Anyway, because of that, because of the backlash from the Chinese, it got banned worldwide. World fucking wide.
Can't have political satire.
No,
it's not
but
like other people around the world don't get sort of like mocked and
yeah,
that's what commoners do. Commoners always generally mock people in power behind their backs to a degree.
So
it's just always happened.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so obviously Steam got big backlash when it took it off the storefront a couple of years ago. Kind of got forgotten about in the last couple of years. And obviously it's resurfaced because GOG said, "Oh, we're gonna put the updated version of the game out, you know, which doesn't have the Winnie the Pooh stuff in it." But I think bowing down to Chinese pressure, they've decided to take it off the storefront. And I find that quite scary in a way, that China can kind of dictate to companies what games, what media can and can't be released world fucking wide. You know,
dude, do you know that I think it's Tencent, Chinese company, like they're big in like gaming, mobile gaming.
Yeah, I know they are. Yeah,
video stuff. They own quite a few stakes in a lot of game publishers.
Yeah, I know.
As well, like.
Yeah, and that's what's worrying, you know, weird. And that's what's worrying. So I just thought to myself, you know, the developers actually came out and apologized, and they said, "Look, we've removed it in an update." But the Chinese are like, "No, we don't want it on any storefronts worldwide." So all these companies have bowed to the pressure, so you can't actually buy this game at all anywhere in the world.
I'm not entirely sure that's correct, but I'll do the reading.
It is correct. It is 100% correct. Okay. I know my shit. Anyway, so the only way to get this game, unfortunately, is to pirate it. And it is a shame because, you know, I would have loved to have supported these developers for a horror game. So I have acquired the game and I will be live streaming it at some point in the future.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one because obviously they're like, did you say that obviously they're a Taiwanese developer as well?
Yes. So obviously there's a lot of friction.
There is tensions. Yes.
I think that's probably more to do with it than. And be honest with you, with the Winnie the Pooh reference, it has to be. That's the reason why I challenged you, Webby, on it, because it doesn't seem to me that having a single reference and then removing it, you know, I mean, they're doing it with the Monster Hunter game. They had a Chinese slur.
It was the film, wasn't it? Yeah.
In the film.
But was it a Chinese slur? Because wasn't it a Chinese person who said it?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know enough about it. That's the thing. That's why I'm not going to really comment upon it. But what I do know is that it's been removed, and they're going to try and relaunch it back in China now. But I don't think they're going to fly. But you're right. You know, you upset China, and you know you don't do business with them. It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I don't know if any. Yeah, sorry, Karen.
I think with this regard, I think the fact that it's Taiwan, a Taiwan developer, it's just falls to the fire, and it's obviously this has been the catalyst in terms of holding them over a barrel to a degree. So there's a lot of there's a deeper political kind of thing going on here. I mean, Colin knows a lot about this, so maybe we should get his take on it once he's done some reading on it.
There was a situation. I think it was about 2 or 3 months ago. Because obviously you've got the VTubers become very popular over the last couple of years. Like Japanese VTubers and all that lot. Then, like recently this year, they launched like the English-speaking versions. So obviously, like Japanese streamers that can speak English perfectly, because it was kind of stressing a lot of the other tubers when obviously the English people coming in there and just constantly chatting in their chat boxes. Like the windows that go really quick. And I think some of the Japanese people got a bit annoyed because it's like, oi, like we're asking questions, what are you doing, sort of a thing. So they did that anyway. And a couple of them on a stream when they were talking mentioned Taiwan. That's all they did. They mentioned Taiwan as its own separate country, like just reading out listenings to, I think, for the views of their videos. And China went mental. They went like after the company, the Japanese company, and basically said, right, you need to basically be banned, because I think Tencent owns a stake in them. And like both of those like personalities or whatever received countless death threats and stuff online.
Is it because China don't recognise Taiwan as
a
separate country?
Exactly that. That's what it is. Yeah, they think Taiwan is theirs.
That's the story, dude.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Anyway, we're going off gaming onto politics, but there we go.
Video games.
So yeah, there's definitely Happy Christmas.
Woo! Tier 4 motherfuckers. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it is a shame that when real world politics interferes with our favourite hobby, 100%.
Yeah, I will. Since we're talking about it, I will say it would go back to the side pump a little bit. I would love some gamers to get more infused about real world events, more, as they do with fucking video games. It would be a much better planet, I'd have to say. But I'll leave it like that.
But video games are more important in my life, Dan.
If you say so, mate. Fuck that, yeah.
I was going to jack into the Matrix.
Floating through the entity, like just playing in my mind. Like
I've put my whole week off to sit in my underpants to play Cyberpunk, and it's been ruined. So yeah,
there's a lot of people that do that. I remember all the people moaning, "Oh, I booked a week off and you changed the release date." Ooh.
Yeah,
these companies can't fucking win, can they?
And then we got a load of bugs and put in your personal copy because you're a cunt. Done.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right, should we go on to another piece of news that I've got?
Go for it.
Okay, my last piece of news, anyway, is that EA has purchased Codemasters.
Ooh.
Codemasters.
For $1.2 billion.
Do you reckon they're going to put them onto like the Grid series or something like that, or allow them to carry on with Dirt?
I mean, I'm worried now because Codemasters is pretty much a very British gaming institutions.
Big studios, isn't it?
And my concern is
going around for years.
Yeah, my concern is that EA will buy them, which I obviously will, and then in a couple of years do what they do to the other devs that they buy, is just fucking get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or the people will leave. I mean,
yeah.
How many people are there from BioWare now? Most of them have gone now.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Well, what's quite interesting about this story is Take-Two Interactive had put in a bid beforehand, and then I think they were going to buy them for like $700,000, and then they trumped them at the last couple of days or something before it was going to go through.
No, it's more than £700,000. More than that is what he said.
Oh no, 700 million. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, 700 million.
You're doing Doctor Evil figures here, mate.
$1 million.
A bit of money to
yeah.
About, I think.
Yeah, it was 700 mil. Yeah, get that right. Thank you, Dan.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know when that's going to come through, when it's going to be final, but watch this space because they might put Cody to work on an actual decent need. They might do a decent Need for Speed game at last.
Oh yeah,
they might bring back Dizzy.
Treasure Island Dizzy?
Yeah, that's what it's all for. Reboot Dizzy franchise.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Make it 3D and fuck it up like Sonic.
Bring back Micro Machines.
Yes.
Although it will be interesting to see what you could do because I don't know. They're not exactly games that would push the limits of next gen tech, really. Micro Machines.
But it's all about fun. Team. All about fun. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's.
I suppose in that sense, you could bring out loads of little lower budget games, couldn't you?
Yeah. Do you know what I miss? Talking about this, Xbox Live Arcade games. I miss that. Really do.
Yeah, Game Pass,
yeah, no, but what I missed is because I fired up my Xbox 360 a few weeks back, and I was like, oh, I've got all these awesome Xbox Live Arcade games, and they just don't do it anymore. They don't have their own little section for all the retro arcade games you can just buy, and I miss that.
Buy? But you all have Game Pass.
Well, true. I mean, Game Pass has got. I'll tell you what, mate. Game Pass. I mean, you don't have it, do you, Stunty?
No, I did have it, but it wasn't anything that I wanted on there, so I wasn't interested in it.
They've added so much stuff onto it recently, which is quality.
Oh, they would have done, yeah, just to entice the people that have recently got X's and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I have PlayStation now, and I don't have, and there's loads on there to play, but to be honest with you, I've got too much as it is to play.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's just I was just thinking
life's problems. Yeah, there's not enough mortal time to play everything you want.
Yeah, true.
No.
Very true. I mean, Dragon Quest, Doom Eternal, the new Gears DLC, Man of Medan, Among Us, Greedfall, just a few recent titles. Age of Empires 3, Age of Empires 2, and others. So much. Anyway,
Skyrim.
Yeah, got to get down on Skyrim. Fuck me, how many times have we all bought that game? Bloody hell. I think I've got it on the Xbox 360, put it on the Xbox One, put it on the PC, Nintendo Switch. VR version, that's 5 versions. Bloody hell. Nuts. And only completed it once. Anyway, any more news from anyone else?
Yeah. A new release on the Switch this week. A surprise release was Among Us. Came out on the Switch about £3.50.
Oh. Did you buy it or not?
No. I'm thinking of getting it. I want to play it.
Well, you can play on your phone for free though.
Is it crossplay?
Yeah, it's crossplay as well. I don't really like talking with complete strangers because I usually find them quite rude on the internet.
Yeah. Well, they just put it on Game Pass as well, so you can get Chivos on it.
Oh.
Yeah. So, which is annoying because I bought it on Steam a little while ago, so I've wasted like £2 or whatever it was.
Oh, so is it on? I was on PC. I'm not sure it's on Xbox Game Pass.
It's on PC Game Pass, 100%.
It's coming next year, I think, for Xbox.
I'll give you a game on it if you want, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll play as well, and my missus will play. So that's 4.
Okay. You need 4.
All right, I'll pick it up then for £3. Yeah.
Okay.
So. It's about £3.50ish.
Yeah, it's fine, and then we'll do a night because I've always wanted to play it.
We'll try and get some community involved as well, so we'll put it on the Discord and stuff.
We'll do something over Christmas. Yeah. So if you're listening, I'll put something on the Facebook group, and I don't do Discord community group because there's so many people moaning on it. And doing meme jokes.
But that's where we'll do the voice chat.
I know.
So it has to go in there. Well, I'll put it in the. I'll just copy your Facebook post and put it in Discord.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not on Facebook now. So, well, I am, not the mode 360.
You're AFK.
Yeah, I left.
Exactly.
Yeah, he left because he's a moany old man.
Yeah, too many idiots on there.
I've been AFK for about 4 years.
They are my brethren, my Facebook friends.
Friends. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good fun.
Okay.
I'll be up for that. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, and what was another piece of news? Oh, I had a bit of piece of news in my mind, and it just went.
I've got a bit more news. Another Switch related.
I remember now.
surprise drop of some Nintendo's NES and SNES games a couple of days ago, which they didn't even fucking announce. Just came out of nowhere. Well, I had an update on the SNES and NES online port or whatever. So I downloaded it, and you can play on the SNES version Donkey Kong Country 3. The ignition factor, Super Valis 4, Super Valis 4. So I'm trying to get my head around the Roman numerals, and a game I've never heard of before called Hey Punk, Are You Tough Enough?
Nice.
So I'll be playing that later. And then on the NES side, there's only one game called Nightshade. So they're digging up all these weird little oddities which I've never heard of on both consoles, which is interesting. So they're available now to stream. Well, not download on your Switch if you've got the online thing. So get on it.
Cool. My last piece of news, which I just remembered, is all you lucky console people on Xbox have got EA Play on as part of Game Pass. Well, EA Play was meant to launch on Game Pass for PC on the 15th of December. 15th came, nothing happened, and then Microsoft put an announcement out saying it's now been delayed and it will happen at some point next year for PC. Saddy face. Saddy face.
At least you have Cyberpunk that you can play and it works.
Yes.
So shut up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just being an entitled millennial, Dan. That's all.
Are you a millennial?
I think so.
I
1984.
think he's classed as one.
You turned 18 apart. Yeah, okay, bloody hell, man.
Yeah, I turned 18 in 2002.
Bloody hell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a millennial.
I know.
Jesus.
Kids. I know. Fucking
kids.
Fucking millennial.
Gen X, mate.
Gen X all the way, man.
Yeah.
How's the baby boomers going, Stunty? All right.
Well, they're the ones that have all the money, aren't they?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, any more news?
That's it, man.
Okay,
it escaped.
Okay, well let's talk about Cyberpunk then.
Again, okay.
We've
all been playing it, so I'm not going to talk about it bloody 4 times.
In a way.
Yeah. So let's talk about it one time. We've all been playing it.
Yeah.
We're all playing on different systems, which is brilliant for discussing the differences, as we did last week. Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. I'm 60 hours in now, funnily enough. And I believe I know Elliot has completed it. I think that only took him about 30 hours to finish it. So I don't know what I'm doing. That's making it.
Really finished it already.
Yeah.
Classic.
I think he just burned through the main quest and did a few side stuff. But the thing that I'm finding about it, what I'm actually really enjoying about the game is I mean, the main story stuff is really well done. I'll just have to say I've done some of the main story stuff, and it has blown me away. Literally, I've come out of some of those main missions like, what the fuck is that? That was so awesome. No spoilers, of course. But what I'm finding myself doing is, so this happened to me last night. So last night I went on to Cyberpunk and I was like, right, I need to do more main mission stuff before the podcast tomorrow. That was in my mind. So I had a main mission to do, and I literally got to the place, and there was an elevator to go into, to go up to talk to someone for this mission. And I just got to the elevator. I was about to get in it, and then a person called me and was like, "Oh, V, I really need your help with this. Can you come and help me?" And I was like, thinking to myself, yeah, I want to do this side mission. It's going to be really, really cool. 3 hours later, I'm like, it's like 1 a.m. now, and all I've bloody done is I finished the side quest for a certain person, which was brilliant, and then I ended up doing a few gigs, and one of the gigs ended up taking quite a while, and I was like, it was like its own quite long story on its own. So anyway, I'm beating around the bush here. What I'm trying to say is,
You haven't finished it yet.
I haven't finished it yet, but the side stuff that you can do, the gigs, the side missions, you know, the stuff for some of the main characters, they should be counted as main story stuff because they are that good. They really, really are. So I've done a few of them now. No, so
done the man with his cock on fire.
No, yes, I have. Yes,
I wouldn't class that one as being.
No. So there's a couple of the main characters.
Worthy.
So like Judy is a prime example. There's a load of side missions for her, and it's actually gets quite in depth with. It gets quite emotional towards the end if you guys have done all our missions.
Well, I haven't done all of them, but it seems to me that obviously where the sort of story leads to, you're then going after different threads, and each of these threads is the more you pull on it, the more it unravels, and those get more and more and more, and sort of split off. So sort of like, even though they're technically side questy and optional, some of them, other ones are sort of obviously linked in a way to what's going on in the main story.
Yes, they are. Yeah, 100% they are, and the thing that I'm really liking about the game, I'm going to get into some of the bugs and stuff that I've encountered in a minute, but is just how well realised the characters feel within the game. So what will happen is you'll be walking around driving or whatever, and they'll ring you and talk to you and ask you to do these missions or whatever, but in between or even after you've finished missions with them, they'll like text you every now and again and send you pictures and all that sort of stuff, and you'll have and you can choose the replies and have, you know, text conversation stuff, so that friendship is still ongoing even after you've done all the missions for them, which I think is quite a cool thing, really. So it makes the world and the characters feel a lot more believable.
Yeah, exactly like that. So say like obviously I noticed with the ringing thing that characters will generally ring you when you're right next to like a mission in the open world.
Yeah.
It took me a while to work that out because I was like, hold on, that's the mission I'm actually heading to. I get you, sort of a thing. But yeah, so you'll be going around the world exploring and you're immersed in what's going on and everything anyway. And then you sort of go around, get a phone call, like you say, and you'll arrange to meet someone and you're like, yeah, cool, I'll go over and meet them. And when you meet them, the way they're waiting for you and they start talking and greeting, like you were saying with the character animations, it just feels natural.
Yeah, it does.
Like it all just blends perfectly to a degree. It's annoying as shit because I honestly think this is like pretty much close. If everything worked the way it's supposed to work, a 10 game.
Yeah, 100%.
Aspect, it is very, very, very good, and you can very ambitious. There's obviously a few things that need work here or there in theory, but it's annoying that these bugs are holding back the true potential of what this game could be.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't wait to see what this is like a year down the line.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is, you know, I would have finished it, and I won't go back to it in a year. But like, I don't know what your experience is on console, but on PC, it's very most of it for me anyway it's run very well and looked very pretty, but it's very what's the word? Like some parts can look amazing, look fantastic, run really well, and then a couple of minutes later it will look like a fucking PS1 game in parts and just run like dog shit. So
are you having issues like that? I haven't.
So this is issues I'm having, right? And I've only noticed that since they just put a patch out yesterday. So it's only happened on a small part. So what I found yesterday when I was playing was when I was driving around the city, like the performance is just all over the place. So like when I'm walking around doing missions, walking around the city, it's quite stable. As soon as I get in the car and start driving around, especially it's only within the city, because when you get out of the city, it's smooth as butter because there isn't really as much going on. It's the desert and stuff. But within the city, what I'm finding is like in certain sections it can just slow down, like the frame rate can completely drop. It's quite jarring at times, and especially since this patch as well. When you're because when I'm driving, I use a controller. When I'm moving the right stick around, what I'm finding since this latest patch is it's actually a couple of things. You turn it around really quick, and you'll see the kind of assets kind of loading in on like signs and buildings very quickly, but it'll be like a blur, and then it'll go very nice all within a few seconds, and that can be quite
isn't that
jarring.
because you've got motion blur switched on or one of the
No,
other
no, I've turned it
stuff?
off. I've turned it off. It's actually like, the assets loading in very quick. And another thing that I've found, I don't know if it's the same on the consoles. Try it when you next play. When you're driving down a road, turn the camera so you can see behind you and see what cars are behind you, and then turn the camera back in front and then put it back again, and then the cars behind will completely changed. They'll be in the same place but be completely different cars. It's really
cars.
yeah, which is really weird. And another thing I've only noticed since I've been going out into the Outlands.
I did actually.
Go on.
Yeah, the one thing that was weird yesterday again. It only after this patch.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing. I had like an issue. I said where I noticed, obviously, like say floating objects and stuff. When people are talking to me, it's like they should have had that object in their hand, but it's like floating in the air next to them instead.
I've had that. I've had that on a mission where the lady was smoking a cigarette, and it was like not in her fingers. It was like about a meter outside of her finger, and it was like moving, where it's kind of not there. If that makes sense, it was really bizarre.
Yeah, so I was.
Good for your health.
Yeah.
Come out of a mission, and it was nighttime, raining. One of the first times I've seen it raining at night, and it looked pretty hip. So I basically went off somewhere, saved because I was just trying a hack.
Yeah.
And the numbers really weren't in my favour for the hack, so I just thought I'll do a reload. When I reloaded, it was the middle of the day, and it was not raining, and I thought that's odd, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah,
so it was night time and raining when I saved, but that might have been due to it might have just been an event that happened after a certain quest that I'd done.
Yeah, maybe it is weird. So a couple more glitches. One's a glitch, and one of them is just how they made the game. So doing a side mission yesterday, and it's a driving side mission. I'm not going to mention any more, but you're doing this driving side mission, and it's set at a certain time of day. And it's kind of like dark. It's just kind of like, I thought it was like evening time. So I started driving and following this, meant to follow this other car. Anyway, you get like halfway through this kind of car chase or whatever, and then suddenly it goes from like dusk to like all of a sudden just bright day in the middle. Like it just pops. Like I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It just felt so unnatural. Just went from dusk to the sun's in the middle of the sky and everything's really bright, and it felt really, really strange.
Just little glitches that shouldn't be there. They just need to be ironed out and sorted.
Yeah. Oh, and another one I've had. I was walking down the street. I was walking to this mission, like to start this mission. I was walking down the street. I parked my car and I was walking, and then all of a sudden, a car just out of nowhere just is in the sky, flying towards me, like flipping around, and it just misses me by inches. I was like, that's so fucking random. What the fuck is going on here? Just a random car, like, had been launched at me from miles away or something. Really bizarre. Yeah, so there's those glitches. And the last thing I want to mention is when you're in the Outlands, me and Stunty were talking about this earlier. If you look in the distance, you can see multiple cars and little headlights. And you'll see them like kind of driving towards you and then just vanishing, one by one, just vanishing. And it's like there's a section of road where it's 2D sprites of cars, so which are driving, and they're just disappearing one by one, just vanishing into thin air, and it's just so bizarre. It's just this game feels. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving the story. As I said, I'm loving the characters. I think it's really well. That portion is really well done. But technically, I think on all platforms, it needed more time. It needed more time because it's not polished at all. We can all agree on that. It needed probably another 6 months at least just to get it to run at a decent level, iron out the bugs, and just up the performance. Yeah.
I think people would have been more forgiving as well, to be perfectly honest. I know there have been a lot of people that have a moan, but if I know a developer wants to delay a game,
yeah,
I know why they want to delay the game. It means it's not ready yet. That's
yeah,
why they're delaying
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Obviously, you're going to get a bit like, because you've got to wait. Sometimes it's good waiting for stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes the waiting's more exciting than the actual end product.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been happy to wait, Darren, 100%. But the thing is, I mean, I know a lot of people are waiting to play it now. They're like, right, I've bought it. I'm not going to play it till I know it's good. But I can't do that because I've got to a point in the game now, Darren, where when I'm not playing it, it's all I'm thinking about because that pull with the story and the characters that I've talked about is just so strong. I'm kind of like, I don't give a fuck about the bugs. I'm at a point where I'm just enjoying it as it is. It's fine. I can look past some of the bugs, and it's just a good game, you know. Yeah.
Well, I was saying, just wait until what it's going to be like when we've patched it and sorted it out.
100%.
Oh, exactly. I mean,
scratched the multiplayer for a while.
Some people have said, well, they put it down there. They're going to wait for it to all be ironed out and sorted, or even wait to get an next gen console before they actually start it again.
Yeah,
which is fine. It's one of those things, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, I'm a bit indifferent about it, to be honest with you. I've played about 6-7 hours of it, so I haven't played as much as you guys.
Yeah.
Have you rolled titles yet?
Yeah, I did last night finally.
Oh, right, nice.
So I did that, and then I hung around for about an hour afterwards. Half asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, just trying to get it to a savable point so I can pick it up again. But
yeah,
I mean, it certainly is. There's a lot of scope in it. There's a lot of ambition. There's no denying that. And I think, I mean, fair play to them for trying it. That's the key thing, and I think we've already covered the reasons why it should have been delayed, or the reasons why maybe it's come out as the way it has. But then, if people don't take risks, or developers don't take risks, you're going to end up with COD every bloody year, or FIFA every bloody year.
That's it.
So,
and it is a shame, Dan, because it's just really bizarre. Because as I've said, you've seen the screenshots I've been putting online, right? It looks very beautiful, and a lot of throughout most of the game for me, it looks very beautiful. But then you get these odd portions where it's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why isn't these assets loaded in? Why is that looking weird? Like, why is the driving so shit half the time? But then I've played other games which have been in a worse state and still enjoyed them as well. So
that's the thing. It's. I mean, people. I mean, some people these days want everything perfect. I think we've kind of, especially console gamers, have got to the point now where if it's consoles, back in the day when something didn't work, it was fucked because there's no way of patching it. But we've kind of moved to the point now, I suppose, the element of optimization and the PC-ified video games has got to the point where people don't expect the new kind of they expect the new shiny, but that's taken on a different meaning now. It's all 4K now. It's all 120 frames per second. It's all
ray tracing.
Well, fucking ray tracing, bingo.
I've not even said it, mate. I've not said it once this episode. So
I was dancing around that. I really was. You just jumped in there like a fucking bulldozer.
2 feet first, mate.
Yeah, it's kind of lost its. There's something pure about video games back in the day. I have to say, as an old fucker, reminiscing to a degree, where everything was complete. Everything was in the cartridge or CD. There was no means of patching something. You ship it and it worked.
But there was a few games that had to get recalled back in the day, though, wasn't there?
Yeah, but I didn't buy any of those. So I'm all right. But again, but at the same time, there were some dog shit titles that came out, and I saw a GIF the other day of the Superman game that came out for the Nintendo 64. Oh, fucking hell, man! I mean, I didn't realise how bad it was until I saw that GIF. Jesus Christ! I've lost my train of thought on this.
Bubsy 3D, mate. Bubsy 3D.
But anyway, so I think what you're trying to say is, Dan, people are more worried about graphics than gameplay these days. Is that what you're trying to say?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, we've played some. I mean, when I first started out, I mean, the first gaming experience I had was, I think, Pong, and someone had it, or was it an Atari? an old school Atari. It might have been the old school Atari. Whatever came first, who cares? I was young, and then my first actual computer game, computer console or computer was Commodore 64 back in 1980. Or was it 84? 1984, sorry. So I mean, I grew up, but then I had an imagination, and you think around these limitations, but these days everyone wants the immersiveness provided to them on the plate. The imagination is gone, and to criticize someone's aspiration and art that goes into that, all the hard sweat and tears as not being good enough, I would say to that person, well, you fucking try, you have a go.
I mean, I remember, Dan, this actually brings back quite a good memory of mine. So obviously been into Final Fantasy since 7, and then I remember when 10 came out, and it was the first Final Fantasy that had voice acting in it. And I remember when it came out, before it came out, and I knew it was going to be voice acted, I was saying to my mates, why are they putting voice acting in this game? I like it being text so I can imagine the voices of the characters. And now look, it's like you don't even hear of a game where, it isn't voice acted,
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's just I think we were spoiled when we grew up, to be honest with you, with all the different consoles, and we not being able to afford everything every so often, having relying on other people to buy it for us. We actually treasured those games and got actually good at video games.
Yeah,
as opposed to becoming a whiny little so and so.
Yeah, I mean,
you look go around your mates' house and play theirs if you didn't own the game yourself and stuff.
Well, games are more throwaway these days, aren't they? And there's all these free-to-play games that all the kids are playing anyway. So
it's sort of like, obviously, Dan's describing games of old, which are more of what are arcade games these days, or like your indies, or you pick up and plays. Like the games that we have nowadays are far more interactive entertainment than they are just playing a game. Like playing a game to me is like Tetris.
Yeah, okay.
Bubble, something like that. Like fighting games, I'd still put in that class. But like most of the AAA games you play, they're like 20, 30 plus hour experiences, if not like many, many more.
Yeah. I love those experiences.
Sort of a thing. Yeah.
Oh, well, if you listen to this right now and you think we're talking shit, fair enough.
It depends whatever the mood strikes, I find, when you're in the mood for an epic RPG, there's plenty of options out there, isn't there? So,
Paul, what do you think about this? You've been a bit quiet.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Well, you enjoying the podcast, or you enjoying?
No, I'm enjoying the game I'm playing. No, I mean Cyberpunk. Yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm at the end game. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
Because you get a certain point where it tells you, after this point, there's no turning back.
Actually, before you get onto that, can I just briefly ask obviously Dan won't know yet to a certain degree, or maybe you do, I don't know. After a certain point in the game, it appears that you're on a timer. Are you actually on a timer, or does those timers only accelerate when you're doing certain missions that kind of move the story forward, which clicks the timer forward? I'm trying to be cryptic here with obviously what's going on with your character.
I don't remember any time.
Because at the top if you bring up your menu, you've got 3 things along the top. Originally, at the start of the game, there was just one. It had V, and that was it. And it had a percent, which I think is roughly how far through the game you are. And then you've got another one. Well, it kind of or is it just telling you the missions, like the story mission?
Yeah, what it is you've got you've got three boxes at the top.
Yeah.
The one on the left-hand side of mine is at 90%, which basically means that's the story.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think mine's still like 40%.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not. I mean, I've done a bit of mixture. I've done main missions, side missions. Give Pan Am one.
Yeah. See, that was weird because it was in the tank, and I thought it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, but do you know what's annoying, which I didn't realise, is well, I'm not going to.
I know it's a spoiler. I know it's a spoiler.
Well, something happens in the tank, The next thing you know, I'm running around with my penis hanging out because I forgot to put some pants back
on. Yes. Yeah, you got to put your clothes on.
Yeah, because I forgot. I went and did a mission, and it was a side mission. I went into this it was one of these.
This is a running theme with you, Paul.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, I went into this place. Do you know what? This mission actually reminded me of one of the missions from GTA, where it's a cul-de-sac, and you go into this cul-de-sac, and you've got all these arms dealers in there, and you've got to shoot them all dead. And I thought, what the fucking hell am I getting damaged so much? It was like, and then I looked in the menu, I thought, bloody hell, no wonder I'm getting damaged. I'm running around with my dick hanging out.
I wonder if we'll probably eventually get to the point in games where characters will actually recognise that and react to it.
Yeah.
Well, they shoot your cock. So, but yeah, as I say, I've been doing that. I've done some of the gig missions. I did the Delamain.
Oh, the Delamain, yeah.
Delamain, yeah, Delamain. I've done most. Well, I did most of I did all of the ones you had to collect the cars. That was quite funny, actually.
Oh, because he's got another one as well, which is really good.
So, and I got one. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and if you do it, you get something, which is quite worth having. That's what I'm going to say.
And the only thing I did pick up, which was really cool, is there's a certain sniper rifle that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really a Pan Am one, isn't it? A Pan Am mission.
Is it a tech rifle? Because I'm not a fan of the tech stuff, to be honest.
I can't remember what it was. It's called an Overwatch.
It's decent sniper rifle.
Text ones, you have to hold the button down longer to charge the shots.
No. Oh, I think it is actually, Sonny. I think that.
I've never done that, to be honest. I just shoot them in the head.
Yeah, same man. Yeah, you can hold them down for better.
The only downer with that gun is the reload's a bit slow on it. But then I haven't done all in my skill tree. It's probably to do with that. It probably makes it a bit quicker.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, obviously, I always look at the fact of the slower firing the weapon, the more high damage it's going to do.
What level were you then?
Like DPS balance.
Who?
You.
I'm street key. What's it called? So there's 2 levels, isn't there? Your main level and your what's that one called? Top of my head. I've had a few beers.
Street cred or is
street
it
cred?
Rep,
yeah, so street cred's at like 44 or something.
Wow, you're high then. So yeah, you have done lots of side missions.
And then my main level's only like 20 something, I think. Top of my head. Yeah, yeah.
You've done quite a lot of the side quests, haven't
you? Yeah, I'm loving the side quests, mate. I think they're some of the best part of the game, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing I will just say on Cyberpunk is that I love the immersion of the world.
That's yes.
The one thing I've never seen before in a game. Well, probably the only game actually I ever thought that was an old game that was as good as that was Hitman Absolution, which is where you're in a city and it was quite alive. There's people wandering around, but this just takes it to the next level, as in 3 o'clock in the morning, you've gone to the outskirts of the main night city, and it's just everything's closed. The lights are still flickering, the pinks and the neons. You got a tramp sitting on the street there. You see the bags flying about in the street. It looks so good.
It looks good, and you're right. When you're walking around, the streets are very busy. The roads are very busy. It feels like a hustling, bustling city. I love the verticality of it as well. Because you find like some of the street markets, you have to go in the lift and you go up above, and then you can look over the bridges or whatever, and just look over at all the pedestrians and all the vehicles driving around, and it feels very alive. The one thing I will say though is one of the reasons why I do feel like it feels very rushed though is the AI of the cars and the people can be very just shit. Yeah, shit.
Classic NPC.
Yeah, so I've seen like NPCs just walking into a wall and not turning around. They're just kind of like trying to walk into the wall. Cars just not stopping for you when you're running across the road. They just run you over.
That's the future, mate.
Yeah, so it's...
if you think about it.
You're complaining about that's what happens over here.
I'm getting told to fuck off all the time by random...
Yeah, that's great. Someone goes, all right there, how you doing, all right? And you go over and go, all right. They go, fuck off.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
Great, just like real life. That's why I love it. It's just great. I
It
mean, you go up
is.
to someone and punch them in the face. It's brilliant, just like real life.
Yeah.
It's a joke. So,
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, as I say, I'm loving it. I'm loving the variety of vehicles that you can drive. I'm loving the upgrade tree, which is quite cool because it gives you a lot of options.
yeah.
How you want to do it. So I'm really upgrading the tech part of it, so I can just, hack into systems for missions, and I'm doing a bit of body so I can rip open the doors. So I can
another
just get into
thing,
the areas.
where you're talking about the levels.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering why I'd stopped earning stealth XP.
Yeah.
Doing stealth takedowns and hiding bodies and stuff. And it was then that I realised you can only earn XP up to the level that each of those main stat points are spent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was a bit disappointed about that because I was like, this is really going to limit how many like perk points you get to spend and stuff.
Yeah, guys, I really need a piss, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I've been drinking beer. I'm trying to hold it, but I can't anymore. My legs are shaking. I'll see you in a minute. Just carry on.
He's so old, isn't he?
So professional. So where were we? What are we going to talk about now?
The music's good as well on the radio stations. I mean, I listen to 103.8, which is heavy techno. It's brilliant. It's like proper doom doom doom, sort of stuff. And I've got a thing for the bikes more than the cars, to be honest. I like the bikes better because they're more loose on the road, and I've had a few times where I've ended up doing jumps because you sort of going along the road and I sort of miss the turn in, and I swerve it round, and you just hit a bank, and it doesn't just fall you don't just fall off on the bike. You will go for the jump. So that's what I love about it. So.
I've got a bike. I haven't really come across any of the music yet. I've had a quick look online on Apple Music because they've got you can actually they've got playlists or actual albums of each of the stations. If you can have a look, if you're curious, it's probably on Spotify as well. They wrote in a ton of talent, original songs onto the soundtrack, which is interesting. So I haven't really listened to any of that yet until I really start exploring because I've yet to really start exploring Night City. So I'm interested in that. We'll see. What else is there? I mean, that's about it at the moment for me. Other than, I mean, the gunplay is a bit. I'm not too sure about it at the moment. It's okay.
It gets better with better guns. I thought the gunplay was a bit shit at the beginning.
Yeah.
But the better the guns get, it does get a lot better. I mean, you get guns which fire out of them,
Okay.
and then some of the shotguns are great because you just go out and just blast them. And it's really.
I mean, it's not just that you're given a variety of combat options anyway.
Yeah.
I usually try and take a stealthy, techie route like pinging zones so I can see where they all are and.
My number one tip.
Whatnot.
Double jump. Get the double jump. Because you can get into so many areas. So if you want to be sneaky, that double jump gets you to a lot of areas that you can't normally get to.
Yeah, there was a credit hack on a roof that there's no way to get up onto unless you've got a higher jump or a double jump.
Yeah.
That's probably my only thing that lets it down for me. But then that's probably just me in general, is the stealth. I always struggle with stealth in first person.
It's on and off. See, this is the thing. It's like I've basically been doing things like distracting the enemies with something. So you pull one away from a group. Then when you know the others aren't looking, because you can still see their cones on the map after you've pinged them and stuff, to a degree, depending on how close they are to your proximity. Cap them with a headshot. It's usually like if you've got depending on how you play style, you can get like double headshot bonuses and stuff like that. So take him with a silenced headshot, and then distract the other enemy away while you go over and you can just move his body. Or if not, you can even get hacks that basically you can make the person closest to you lose his eyesight for like 8 to 10 seconds, so you can't see. And you can do whatever you want in that time. You can get past or do whatever. There's been some right crafty stuff I've done in the game, chuckling to myself.
That's brilliant.
Like even being able to, sniper up there, is he? I'll just electrify your insides from here. Thank you. And he's down.
Bloody hell.
Cool.
Anything else you want to say on Cyberpunk?
I think we've said enough, really.
Yeah,
it's like the same as last week, pretty much. It's a fantastic game, showing about the bugs and the state it was released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, because obviously the big comparison to this is Grand Theft Auto 5, so I re-downloaded GTA 5 today actually and played a little bit of it on PC, and surprising how well GTA 5 actually still holds up today, even though it came out like 2013 or whatever. So
it was a well-made game.
Yeah,
they've upgraded it since. So.
Yeah. Runs well, smooth. The AI is fantastic. They just added some new DLC for the multiplayer.
Yeah, see, I was gutted. Apparently, I originally thought that someone said to me that they was adding like a whole new island.
They are,
like a casino island or something. Well, no, it's a heist. It's not actually a place you can really go and visit and wander around and explore. It's like a heist mission area.
But they've introduced they've got a load of new soundtracks. There's the whole new radio station, and artists have added tracks to it as well.
See, I think that's cool. I think that's a really cool thing to do. Yeah, with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still going to be porting it over to. Well, aren't they giving it to PlayStation at least?
5
free PS Plus members, like the beginning of next year, like the multiplayer.
It's making them a ton of money,
slightly enhanced. That's it. They don't want to let that cash cow go. It's the goose that laid the golden egg, mate. You're not going to want a little Jack climbing up your beanstalk and taking that away.
I'd love to do some heists on that again. That'd be really, really fun. But I don't really know anyone that still plays it.
I had a look on I had a look for an Xbox copy. You can get it for about 15, 16 quid, a physical copy, brand new. So I've got enough to play. So
it is a bit clunky though, GTA. When you actually do play it, the movement of it is quite old style, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, it's fine, but you do notice it. Oh, blimey, it takes you a little while to get used to it.
Yeah,
a bit like Red Dead Redemption 2, really.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Cyberpunk then. So, who was first? Dan. What else have you been playing, Dan, apart from Cyberpunk, mate?
What have they been playing? I've been playing fucking loads.
Ooh.
I have been. Mods Kickoff, brand new this week. Was the new Gears 5 DLC.
Yes.
Hive Busters, available now if you got Ultimate Game Pass. Ultimate Game Pass, sorry. It costs you, I think, about 20 quid. I think
it's only 15.
15,
it's like $14.99 or $15.99, something like that.
It's a whole new, brand new campaign that lasts about 3 hours or 4.5 hours if you be an Elliot, an absolute shit.
You played it co-op with Elliot, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't get it done in an hour with him then.
Well, we put it on. We put it on 2 modes up from beginner, so I can't remember what the mode is, but it wasn't. Yeah, but they called it something else. They call it something else now. We kind of made it a little bit difficult for ourselves, and there's a couple of flashpoint moments where I think we were showboating a little bit too much. And there was one particular boss which was, how do I say, frustrating beyond belief. I won't sell.
I don't understand why you didn't do it. One of you did it on easy, and one of you did it on hard, and then just redid it again.
That's the thing. It's enjoyment at the end of the day. The achievements on it aren't particularly well. You get a lot of achievements popping, but they're all at 5G. So P. I know exactly.
I'm playing that for those cheapos.
But it's if you didn't know, this is a prequel to the escape mode, which no one plays on Gears 5. So it involves 5 characters from the Hive Busters team. If you have played the escape mode, you'll know that is like exactly what it is. You get dumped in the middle of a hive via carriers. So each of you get transported via a swarm carrier, which is a giant, great big beastie. So you get eaten up by them, and then you get deposited in a hive. And then your idea is to set up a couple of bombs, and then you run your way out, as you do. So this is a prequel to that kind of squad and their history. So it's actually quite expansive, and I was quite surprised to be how much effort's actually gone into this. So you go to new areas that aren't part of the normal Gears 5 campaign. Most of the Gears 5 campaigns actually in the snow. This is like jungles and temples and underground and stuff. and lots of lava. I'm not going to say too much other than that. But it actually feels quite meaty. It's actually very, very good. I really enjoyed it. I really did. There's some good character dynamics, and it feels like a good, substantial, well-made piece of DLC, as opposed to some of the throwaway stuff, which is basically extra missions and shit. But yeah,
that's good to hear, man. That's good to hear.
Yeah, because they did one. They did a similar one, didn't they? Or well, not exactly that one, but wasn't it for Gears 3, the one where it was centered around one of the other groups, and it was like an entire campaign mission set of like over 3 or 4 levels.
Probably, I can't remember, man, but probably, yeah. You think you're right, yeah.
Was it Rams something or other? You thought Ram in it?
Oh, Rams Rampage.
Rams Revenge or something like that. Yeah. Yeah,
ramming it up your arse.
Yeah, as you say so. Well, it's floats your boat, mate. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I highly recommend if you got Ultimate Game Pass. Grab a co-op buddy or do it on your own. It's up to you. Friend, and it's got a nice storyline, and there's some nice scenarios or tough scenarios. And I'm not going to ramble anymore, but it's more Gears, isn't it? So
Gears with beers. I miss that.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing a lot of Gears this past week, an awful lot of multiplayer Gears. So I'm currently ranked Lieutenant's rank 5, I think, in the current operation stroke season, whatever you want to call it. So I've kind of become invested on that. I haven't spent a single penny on this game, apart from obviously paying for Game Pass. There's none of the boosting, nothing like that. And I'm really getting stuck into it, doing my stars, unlocking all that, doing my daily objectives, all the season objectives, all that shit. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Not getting too frustrated, if I'm being honest with you. You come across some really, really good Gears players, and you know the type. And you can see them just bending the rules, and you're like, Jesus Christ, how are you doing that? Because Gears is clunky, don't you? So I've been playing a lot of that. Elsewhere, I have been playing this week. What have we got? A bit of Hyrule Warriors. I've been getting stuck into that a lot. And
yeah, nice.
That's. I mean, man. I mean, it's so fucking good. It's. I didn't really get on with Fire Emblem Warriors, which was the Fire Emblem one, mainly because I'm not familiar with the characters, and it was a little bit too samey for my liking, so there wasn't really that much emotional investment. This, though, is some Lord of the Rings type shit. Jesus Christ. It's really, really fucking. You get the sense of scale, what's going on in Hyrule in terms of war and battles and shit. Really, really, really liking it, and it gets a bit gnarly. I mean, I'm getting to the stage where there are some surprises coming up, which some of the characters you come across and can play as is really, really cool. So I'm not sure how long this game goes on for. I'm not sure. I'm about halfway through. I think I might be. I don't know, but I'm going to keep going.
Cool.
Pick it up, and as I said, do a half-hour, 40-minute battle every now and then. I can see it on the screen right now, and I'm getting, I want to play it now. It is. I mean, the good thing is when you start playing it, you think it's very samey, but then you kind of unlock more characters, and you can actually get more combos and moves.
You've got the. It's the same thing with like the Dynasty Warriors. Like for a lot of people, you look at them and it's like it's samey and stuff, but like you're saying, when there's a connection, like when you know the storyline behind those characters that are kind of loosely based on real events and a book that inspired the whole thing, it just brings more extra to it. And with, like you said, the plethora of characters and unlocks and things like that, it's almost like the game that's constantly giving.
Yeah, it does.
And you can pretty much max a character out until they're like godlike to a certain degree, and then you're like, oh, I've done that. What else? Oh, I know. I can try one of the other 80 characters or something.
Well, the thing is, the character moves and the character fighting styles are radically different from each other, and they're not even.
Yes, definitely will be for that.
Yeah, they're not even similar. I mean, you can play as Zelda. She flings around like magnets and fucking boulders and all sorts of crazy shit. And there's like best describe someone who's into, I suppose, like ninjutsu or something similar. They got a big what's it called, a Zori, and obviously a Birdman who's a bit of a snob. I haven't played him yet, but you can fly. Apparently, you can fly around the arena, so it's sweet. And there's a couple of kind of like Divine Beast sections as well, where you can play as the Divine Beast and just blow up miniature people, and it's fun. And they come ever so often, so they don't really get too samey. So if you want more Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's not that, be warned, but if you like the characters, like the world, like the graphics, I mean, you can see it on the Twitch stream at the moment. It looks absolutely phenomenal. It really does. It's just a really, really lovely special game.
Been taken, but then
exactly
you expect that. Like, to be honest, like, because of what they are, you obviously can't push limits too far, otherwise you'll end up running into tremendous amounts of slowdown and other such issues because of the amount of characters you have to have on screen to make it feel more epic and more enjoyable. But with it being a Nintendo game as well, on top of that, like, that was it the old-fashioned Nintendo seal of approval, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like, still generally one of the best producers of games on the market for games running and playing exactly as they.
Yeah, you won't find Nintendo pushing out a game that needs a day one 50 gig patch for it to fucking work.
And I have to say, there has not been one patch on this whatsoever.
Wow.
It's launched as this, and it's like, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, from obviously the early games through to the 360, which is pretty nice. I finally got really happy with, when sort of games are like, this is kind of how I imagined it was going to be, like years down the line. Was Samurai Warriors 4. It obviously looks slightly dated now, but for the time, it was like exactly what I wanted. Nicely crisp, defined characters, the voice acting, real fast, fluid gameplay, and it just looks a lot better than it did last gen.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing, and they always seem to continue to deliver, and they're obviously learning all the time because they've now done quite a few Warriors games that are from complete other franchises that aren't the Dynasty Samurai or a Rocky series.
Is that upcoming Persona 5 one by them as well? Because I pre-ordered it. It is good.
It is.
So I've pre-ordered that because it comes with a digital bonus of soundtracks, tracks you can download them or whatever, and some other digital bullshit. So that's coming in February. So that's something to look forward to. So I better finish this game fucking quick, smart then, shouldn't I?
Mate.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like a nice February, March.
I know,
because you've got obviously that around that time. Then you're gonna have Ghouls and Ghosts or whatever it is, Ghosts and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins, man.
Yeah.
And Monster Hunter.
Oh.
And Monster Hunter's getting a demo in January as well.
So is that when you're going to drop playing Monster Hunter World then? Or have you stopped playing it already?
I've kind of put it on hold for a little while anyway. I'll dip back to it at some point. I know I say that, but I will eventually go back because it's Monster Hunter. Right? It was one of my favourite franchises.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Did you ever play the Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, Dan?
No, I didn't. No, I kind of passed by. And you can actually get the definitive version on the Switch, which I've heard it's not as good as Age of Calamity. So I'm like,
no, it's not as well done, but it's still decent in its own right.
Yeah.
But it is a port of a Wii U game.
Yeah, maybe something in the distant future. It's not my immediate playlist because obviously I've got the prime rib steak, ribeye steak to consume at the moment. But we'll see if I want to go back to it and it's cheap enough. I find a cheap copy for about 20-30 quid. I will do. To wait and see, but it's holding its price quite nicely.
Well, Switch games do, don't they? It's kind of weird. Like, out of all of the
not
systems,
like fucking Ubisoft.
You see that Phoenix Rising game's got a discount already. It's only been out a couple of weeks.
I'm not sure if I said it on this podcast. I said it. I must have said it somewhere. I know I did. I mean, probably one of our chats, and it's what Ubisoft do. They discount. That's what they are. They've got an affiliates department who are basically, just saying, sell these fucking codes at prices, and oh god, I know exactly how they're doing it and why they're doing it. They've got a department that sells these codes to third parties that makes them money, and it's obviously a department they haven't done away with yet. So it is what it is, ain't it?
Yeah, most of the adverts I've seen on YouTube when I'm looking at videos, it's either Phoenix Rising or Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk more often than not. So it's
Phoenix
Rising,
so
even on videos about them delisting Cyberpunk and like people moaning about glitches, it'll play a Cyberpunk advert before that video starts, and I'm like,
well, my tip is if you find a cheap copy of Cyberpunk off the back of this whole shit, get it now.
Yeah,
stick it in your library somewhere. Wait for the next gen version. Job done, because it will go back up in price.
Yeah, the thing I was going to say about Immortals Phoenix Rising is it's one of those games I think it's going to be a bit of a sleeper hit because obviously it's come out around the same time as Cyberpunk, which is a really bad time for it to come out anyway. And it's actually, from what I've played, I've only played a few hours of it. It's actually a pretty decent game. To be honest,
is it? It looks like a Breath of the Wild clone.
Yeah, but it's still good. It's got its own story. If you're into all that kind of Norse mythology and you like an open world and puzzles and dungeons and shit, you'll like it, man. It's a good game.
Yeah, I've got my eye on it.
Yeah, it's on my radar.
So, I think a lot of people will pick it up, but it'll be like when it's sort of like in the sort of cheaper range.
Yeah,
one of those ones a lot of people get a bit later on. Everyone's burnt through their Christmas games, hits New Year, and it's like, right, what's next? Oh, I missed that. I'll grab that in the sale.
Yeah. CD key. Be on CD keys for $5 soon, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. More than likely.
Get on it in about 6 months. What else is on my list? Let's have a look here. This is interesting. The Fairyland story, which was an arcade archives game for £6 I got on the Switch.
Fairyland story.
Yeah.
I've heard of this, but I didn't think it was that cheap.
Well, it is. It only came out about a week or two ago. It's a Taito coin-op conversion. It is literally the game that came before Bubble Bobble. So the history. I mean, I wasn't aware of this until I read some history. When I saw it on the shop, I went, "Oh, that looks interesting." Of the pedigree, obviously. So I did a bit of research, and it literally came before Bubble Bobble and wasn't a hit. So it took parts of that and kind of remixed them, and Bubble Bobble became the game this was. And when you play it, it is literally the DNA of Bubble Bobble. It is. Some of the levels look very, very similar. You basically play a little like wizardy character, and you jump up and down, and you basically zap bad guys into fruit, I think, or something like that. And then you have to drop them off the platform in order to kill them. So the mechanics are slightly different, but the whole premise is very similar. It's tough. It's really, very difficult. It's not as fluid as Bubble Bobble. It's an interesting bit of arcade history in that it basically shows you the evolution of a game almost in real time that the public kind of got to play and then got fed back on, and then obviously got refined into a masterpiece. In my opinion, Bubble Bobble was one of the greatest games ever made.
It's one of the first games I was really into as a kid.
Yeah,
I talked about it a lot on here.
There was you can see it on there. You basically zap them and you push them off the edge, and then you actually kind of like, I can see them playing it slightly different to what I usually do. Yeah, but you zap them loads of times. Okay, maybe I was doing it wrong. This is the problem with like old arcade games that come with instruction booklets. You didn't know what the fuck to do. But yeah, it's tough. It's not as easy as it looks. So if you're interested in a bit of arcade history, it's not the greatest game ever made, but it is an interesting kind of history lesson. So check it out. Elsewhere, maybe interesting. We did do a bit of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe earlier today.
Yeah.
Didn't we, Webby?
Well, yeah, we had good fun on that. Yeah.
Well, Marcus did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So me, Elliot, and Webby, we did that for a bit, and see Paul joined into the chat. Fine. It's standard Mario Kart, isn't it? I think we need to do that more often.
Yeah, I mean the Switch is a good system for the old multiplayer, and the thing I like about Mario Kart for the kids is for Marcus, because he really wanted to play. You can set it so it auto steers, so you never go off, and there's another option so it auto drives as well. So it's kind of just like a Scalextric. So he's like doing stuff on the controller, but he's still getting somewhere, you know. So
yeah. Well, basically, you're setting up for a fall when he switches it all off.
Yeah, pretty much. But he's only just turned 3, so he can't even use a controller. So he was having a blast.
He's just oh, what's going on, mate? You used to be a don.
Yeah,
you're fucking hell, man. You're shit now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real world.
Useless.
Yeah.
Then we did a bit of Smash, which kind of cues onto your wet dream, Webby.
Yes.
Go
on. Sephiroth. Yes. Pretty decent, I suppose. So obviously I saw the Sephiroth trailer at the Game Awards. So I was like, right, I need to buy Sephiroth as soon as he comes out. So he's out now, so I bought him. It was a £5. And you get him, and you get a new level, which is the crater at the end of Final Fantasy VII, and it has all the music as well. That's pretty decent, man. I hadn't played Smash Bros in a long time, and this kind of brought me back to playing it, to be honest. So
yeah, Elliot kicked her ass.
He did.
He did. Yeah, we're fucking useless at Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh well, never mind. I always find Smash Bros a little bit too hectic and confusing. It's not as fluid as any other fighting game, and it's very hard to distinguish between the characters and what they actually do.
Yeah.
Usually fine unless they've got some kind of weird gimmick which works, or some kind of overpowered drop move which kind of lends to my play style. So I don't know. It's fine. It's a nice little kind of mismatch. I mean, I really do wish they spent more time and energy updating Mario Kart, as opposed to Smash Brothers. That would be more preferable in my eyes. But hey ho.
Yeah.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I just think it's very cool that you've now got Cloud and Sephiroth in Smash Bros, and you can do a fight on the actual end level of Final Fantasy VII with Cloud versus Sephiroth. I think that's pretty cool.
There you go.
The level, as I say, is well done. The music's great, and it's in the crate, and you've got the high wind flying around, the rest of your crew on. And yeah, but
cool.
Again, I'm just not very good at Smash Bros. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I just button mash. Yeah,
I've got the buttons. I'll try and play some more of it. I mean, I put a lot of time into it when it first came out, but
yeah,
I did actually buy the at the end of it, I did buy the Dragon Quest 11 hero character.
Yeah,
I bought that, and I might pick up the odd one here and there, but there's no way I'm getting that bloody season pass, like 27 quid for all those characters. I thought, which is fine at the end of the day, because you'll get some costumes as well, but for the Mii's. But it's like, no, it's two things bigger drop to do straight away, day one. When you're basically drip feeding a new character every 2 or 3 months, that's a little bit cheeky. But it is what it is. It's a season pass, or series pass, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Other stuff rounding off. Tetris Effects Connected. Been playing that. I went shopping yesterday in Asda, and I picked myself up a £30 pair of Turtle Beaches. So I'm broadcasting on those right now. They are plastic, and they're feeling all right. They're feeling a bit light, and they feel like they could break any fucking minute. We'll see how we get on, but I played Tetris Effect on them, and it is glorious. It's beautiful.
Yeah, the soundtrack is great on that.
Yeah, I have to say I'm still number one on one mode. Another mode, I'm not quite there yet. I need to do a little bit more work.
Yeah, sorry, you just got those recently?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, you'll have to see what Cyberpunk's like.
Yeah, I was playing with them last night. They're all right, actually. It's all right. I was playing Gears on them earlier, and I can hear the footsteps around me, which is interesting. It's made me less aware still, because I get really nervous around me, and I'm like, what the hell? Someone's creeping up on me, but it's usually a teammate. But Tetris Effects is great through the headphones. So if you get a chance to play on that, and just get on it and try and beat my high score.
Cool.
Yeah, Cyberpunk's really good with headphones on, because I've played quite a lot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's banging out techno.
Banging, man, banging, nice. And then finally, almost finally. Yeah, finally, we did finally. Animal Crossing, yay!
Oh God!
It started snowing. It started snowing in my island now. I can make snowmen, or snow boys as they're called, which is a bit odd. You have to roll 2 balls together at the right size. Roll 2 balls together at the right size of each to make a snow boy happy. And he gives you a snowflake recipe and a large snowflake, which sounds like a cocktail or something. Yeah, yeah, it's fucking weird, man. And then what else was there? All my turnips spoiled this week because I've got to sell them, and that's about it. Yeah, I've been playing that. I'm literally less than 10 hours away from doing 500 hours this year, and my aim is to get those 10 hours done by the 31st of December.
I think you manage.
I think I will. So yes, the plan. That's all done. And then onwards and upwards for next year. There's Toy Day on the 24th of December, so I need to knock that out of the park early doors before I go in my 2-tier status to my social bubble to spend Christmas with.
Ooh.
So, yeah. I'm actually strange enough, my Christmas plans haven't changed at all, but I do really feel sorry for everyone else. I still.
Are you doing Christmas de la Soul then, are you?
Well, I'm doing it with some friends who are on my bubble. Actually, I went to see Wonder Woman with them the other day.
Oh yeah, what's that like?
A massive cheese fest.
Really? What, good still or not?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the first one.
Enjoyed it. I think the best thing to probably say about it, if you grew up with the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, it's got that kind of vibe about it. Well, not Superman 3. Maybe I don't know. No, not Superman 3 or Superman 4, but it's got that kind of optimism about it. In a much kind of more broader, low-level satire about the 80s, I guess.
Okay.
I'm dancing around this a little bit, but yeah, it's fun. It's not the greatest superhero movie ever made. That's Spider-Man 2, in my opinion, still. But it does borrow a lot from the Christopher Reeve DC movies, Superman movies. So, yeah, check it out. I think it's coming up. If you're in Tier 4 still, you can't get to a cinema, you can get it on premium video on demand in the UK on the 13th of January. But if you're one of those posh knobs in the United States, HBO Max is the way to go.
What's this film called again?
Wonder Woman, 1984.
What's it on? You say coming out in January. What's it on?
Premium video demand. So beyond Amazon, iTunes, whatever.
Like Google, right? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it'll cost you
January. Wow,
13th of January, yeah. It'll cost you about, I don't know, 15, 16, 20 quid or something like that. But
is it out to stream in America already?
No, United States.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
dearie me. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
I might watch on Boxing Day then. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah. I thought you might say that. Yeah, it's full of optimism in a year full of shit. It's just I think, I mean, if you're cynical bastards, it might be like the wrong way, but I can be like that. But get on it, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to games.
Video games.
Is that what you've played, Dan?
And a bit of Picross 5, but
yeah.
I've done about 6-7 hours total on that. I'm whizzing through that.
Awesome.
So, all good, man.
Cool. Stunny.
Cyberpunk. Want to talk about that? I finished Astro's Playroom on the PS5.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. If you have got any history of PlayStation through the years, which I have, you're in for you're just going to love it. There's so many little sort of nods to here, to there, and even games as well. There's like little bits where you're going around the map, and you'll see something, and you're like, "What game's that from?" And then you'll think, "Oh yeah, that's Final Fantasy," and then you'll get another nod from God of War or just loads of different games. They've just used little bits of the little Astrobots, doing a little movie of them actually filming them, playing the game or whatever. Like there's even a Metal Gear Solid, like the Astrobots actually in a cardboard box going around the map, and there's a guy filming it. It's just but there's just so many little nods and the end game as well, because there's basically you have 4 map levels. When you finish all 4 map levels and you complete them all, there's a 5th, which is, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you're going to go, oh my god, and you know it's going to take you back to a very special day that you remember many years ago if you ever had a PS1. So, but yeah, well worth playing. I mean, it's free when you get a PS5. It's well worth playing. Loved it. So brilliant. Um, Other than that, the only other thing I played, I bought Sackboy.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's really good. I mean, it's that came out on the PS4 and the PS5. I don't think there's much difference, to be honest, graphically wise. Anyway, I've always had a soft spot for the developer anyway because they've done like Tearaway and stuff like that. Really, so for me, you know, and I love Tearaway and the Little Big Planet games have always been quite good fun. But yeah, it's good. It's graphically, it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful game. It's just a puzzle game, pretty much like your Mario's, really. It's probably as good as the Mario games, but the trouble is it doesn't really get the hype as Mario because it's, you know, it's Sackboy. It's not got that Mario sort of image, is it?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but
It looks
the actual,
beautiful, mate. Yeah, I'm just watching a video at the minute.
yeah, it's a beautiful game. There's certain things you do where, like Mario, is in you'll do a level on the map, then you get, and there's these little balls that you can pick up that you collect. You get 5 of them, and as you go through the each different sort of map, you need so many of them to open the next level, like
Yeah.
Mario. So it's pretty much, so you've got to go back on stuff and try and find extra bits. The puzzles are pretty straightforward. You can also, you know, you attack enemies. You do get a boss battle as well at the end of the level. Pretty much like Mario, really.
Okay.
But yeah, there's not much else I can say on it, really. I'm not that much into it. I've only done the first, what was it, 8? Is it 8 or 10 levels? I can't remember, 8 or 10 levels I've done. And yeah, it's great fun. That's it. That's all I've really played. Really, I've not. Cyberpunk's just dragged me away from anything at the moment.
Yeah, I understand that.
But I do need to. I did go back to Ghost of Satsuma this week.
Satsuma, yeah.
And I really struggled to play it because I've been playing Cyberpunk and I didn't know what the controls were. I didn't know what I was doing, and I thought, I think
your head wasn't in it.
Yeah, my head wasn't it. So I think what I'm going to do is I went back to Cyberpunk. Thought, right, I'm going to get Cyberpunk finished, then I will go back to it because I can't. It's a proper big game. I can't sort of dip in and dip out. It just isn't working. Because I need to finish it because I've got Assassin's Creed coming for Christmas.
Oh yes, that's going to take a lot of time.
Yeah, I don't know whether I will play it straight away now though, because if I go back to Ghost of Satsuma, it's going to be another game exactly the same. It's going to be a bit of a, I don't know. I need to sort of mix it up a little bit, really, because otherwise you're going to end up burning yourself out on big open world bloody games.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, that is.
It is a difficult one. I'm not really sure. I might go back and finish some other stuff. I mean, I never finished Terminator, which was all right.
Oh, did you hear that Terminator is getting a PS5 upgrade for all the people that bought the PS4 version free of charge?
Really?
Yeah, check it out, man. Well, it's on the news. I should be in the news, but I did see that. They think of you, mate. I forgot to tell you.
I'm surprised they actually did an update for it.
I think the whole of the internet surprised me.
I was going to say I saw people playing it on like the PC, and bar maybe like the frame rate, it didn't look really any different.
Yeah, I mean the game wasn't brilliant anyway. I mean it was all right, but it did very much look like a Fallout early, you know, like Fallout 4 sort of game. Yeah, I mean the shooting was all right on it. That was the only thing that was good, but it wasn't. It didn't really do much, to be honest. It was. I mean, I know you said
you're really talking yourself back into playing it again, aren't you?
So, yeah, I know. Yeah, I probably will play it because I'm not a fan of leaving games half open anymore. I used to, but these days I've got a bit more. You know, I sort of try and finish stuff a bit more these days before I move on to something else again. So, yeah, that's it. That's me done.
Okay, Darren then.
Oh, I need a wee as well.
Oh dear.
Can you give me a sec? Talk about start talking about Assassin's Creed, because obviously that's a game I've played, and I know you're going to talk about it as
Have
well.
you finished
so
it, Darren? Have you finished it?
No, I haven't. I'm still quite early.
All right.
Have you had a Wii as well?
No, I'm trying to apply some ibuprofen to my neck because it's aching like fuck.
Okay.
I think it's where I've had such shit sleep the last few days because of the being sick and stuff. I've slept at like a crook angle like a few nights in a row. So it's giving me a bit of jip. So gel time.
Okay.
Man.
All right. Well,
I got some ibuprofen. It's called Heineken, another by
yeah. So yeah, I finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I didn't get to talk about it last week because we ran out of time. I wanted to get it done before Cyberpunk. I completed that mission, so I'm very proud of myself for finishing that. I did a lot of stuff in the game. I completed it in around 60 hours. There was a lot of stuff I still could have done on the map, and there's a lot of stuff that I do want to get back to, but a lot of those, a lot of the stuff is just going around collecting treasure. Can't be arsed with that. No, I can't be fucking bothered. Some of the side quests that I did do were really well done, so it'd be interesting to see if I go back and do some more of them, and how good they actually are. And obviously, there's going to be some DLC coming out in the future. If that's decent, I'll go back and play that. But the game, the 60 hours I spent in the game was absolutely phenomenal. No word of a lie. Obviously, you start off not in the UK, and then you get to the UK, and the game is just opens up. The map of England is just massive. It's not the whole of the country, which I know some people on the Facebook group have been upset about, but if they'd made this game any bigger, man, fuck me, it would have gone on forever. I'll tell you. All the
definitely
all the areas are well done, and it's like how it actually was. So England is split off into different territories that have different kings. So how it was back in the Viking era, and the game itself. Oh fuck me! It's a bit like Cyberpunk, really. Once I started playing it, that's all I could think about when I wasn't playing it. So I just had to play more, and there wasn't actually any part of the game I didn't like, but it's one of those games it's hard to talk about without spoilers because there is quite a big portion in the side quests that is very mystical, which was one of my favourite parts of the game, to be honest. But what I really liked about it was certain decisions that you could make in the game affected stuff that happened later on, and obviously affects the ending a little bit as well. So one choice I made did affect a major part of it. I'm not obviously gonna spoil it, but actually made it feel like the decisions you make actually are affecting the game. But just the characters are just so well realized. The actual story it just goes from one awesome bit to another. The exploration, it feels like you're actually exploring the countryside. There's going through the countryside, you see animals everywhere. If you're on the road, you'll see like random travelers or maybe some soldiers walking down these dirt roads. And the day and night cycle is absolutely fantastic, and it was just the game just had this pull for me because that kind of history I really, really enjoy. Obviously, it's set in England, being English, and it's just going to those real world places that we know now. Obviously, back then they look nothing like that, but it's just that sense of history. Obviously, it's not super realistic or anything like that, but it just felt very real, and it was just so well realized. The characters, as I say, like it's a bit like what I was saying with Cyberpunk earlier, to be honest. What, when you're dealing with the characters, they just feel very real,
believable.
With the conversations that are happening, the things that other stuff that happens, and it's just the way the story
to sort of like
go on.
Yeah, nuances like when the characters are talking, the way they express themselves now, like even in things like the eyes and thing, it just adds a little bit more.
100%.
From obviously the good old days of where you just used to stood. That's my only downside to Cyberpunk to a certain degree. The easiest way to take yourself out of the game, is to bring up photo mode, because your character has just stood there like a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
Where everyone else is kind of like looks like they're part of the world, you feel like you're not when you're looking at yourself, because you just stood there like a just a static mannequin, unless you pose yourself or something in a photo.
But I felt the photo mode in Assassin's Creed was very well done.
Yeah, they've always done a good photo mode, I must admit.
But it was just I don't know. It's really hard to explain with Assassin's Creed because it's very the game. Obviously, it's very open world and you can go wherever you want, etc. But it feels very, if you want it to be, very story driven, and you can be driven down a set path, if that makes sense. You could just go.
Oh, it's structured. Yeah.
It's very well, but it's very well done like that, and I really enjoyed like the twists in the story, and it just felt very believable, and just there wasn't any like technically, I didn't come across any glitches, any issues. And that's quite rare for a Ubisoft game to come out.
I've had a few glitches.
Okay, that's fair.
One with the recent patch as well, which I'll mention in a minute.
Yeah, I've heard people have come across some really shitty glitches in the game, but I haven't come across. Well, obviously I'm not playing now, but completed it, and I didn't come across any. And one of the things that I really liked about the game as well is there's very little to do with the people outside who go into the Animus, because that's what it's all about. There's always someone who's going into the Animus and they're reliving someone in the past's story, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean they have.
No, I mean it happens a little bit.
Scaling them back,
yeah.
Like when it comes to that aspect.
But there isn't much of it in this game, and what does happen outside of the Animus is that I feel is very well done, to be honest. I'm not going to say any more of it because I don't want to spoil this game for people, but believe me when I say, like, when I finished the game and I got that ending, I was sat there with my jaw open like, wow, what the fuck has happened here? This was so awesome. And then when you kind of get that story ending, there's still more to do in the game as well, which I went and did, which was really, really cool. So all in all, I know I'm kind of skipping parts, but it's really hard to talk about without spoiling it. The world, amazing. Like, it's so well done. It feels like a labour of love story. I have to say, for me personally, it is the best Assassin's Creed game I have ever played. It is that good. It is one of the best games I've played this year. It is so well done, and for an Ubisoft game to be like that, in my eyes, is very high praise indeed, because they are, as I say, very renowned for coming out half broken at launch.
Did you play it at all this week after the update?
I haven't played it, mate. Since I finished it, and there's still some stuff I want to do. But obviously,
well, there's
Cyberpunk's just taken over, mate, completely.
Yeah. Well, they had an update this week, which basically started a Christmas event in Ravensthorpe.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
Since they didn't even celebrate Christmas, there we go.
What year is this set in? What year?
Oh, fuck me.
Like 1200 or something like that.
Oh, it would have been Christmas. Christmas has been going on for about 1600 years. It's fine.
Yeah, but but their religion, they don't celebrate Christmas because they're all about.
It's pagan though. It's all pagan. It's all paganism. They would have done some kind of paganism. It's fine.
Yeah. So it's got a proper name. It's not obviously known as Christmas in the game, but like there's a whole area to the side of Ravensthorpe now, which is all sort of like a festival area, and it's all decked out, and it's now snowing in your home area and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
But there's like loads of these. There's a storyline quest that's tied to it, which I can't actually get any further in because I don't have a brewery and something else.
Oh, okay.
Yet.
Yeah.
Do you have a brewery, mate? It's fucking priorities.
You can take part in drinking game. I think it is. There's like a fighting tournament where you drink after each round. and also like an arrow targeting range, and you earn like this event currency, and there's an event shop vendor who sells like a variant of an armor that's already in the game, but it's like motifed under the celebration sort of a thing. So there's some like settlement bits you can get and tattoos and stuff as well from it.
Yeah, because one big part of the game is obviously when you're going around and you're doing the raids and stuff, it gives you gold and currency, etc., and then you use that to upgrade your settlement because you're settling there instead of just raiding and fucking off back. It's just all about building up Ravensthorpe and choosing what you want to upgrade, and then there's certain things that you can do which benefit you. So if you upgrade like the grain place or the meat place, and then it adds a feast buff, so you can go to the main like Viking tent.
Did you just say feast buff?
Yeah, so you have a feast. Buff, yeah. So you have a feast with everyone, and then you get a buff, so it can buff your health and your attack and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Feast buff.
Yes, you have a feast. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
On a jolly old raid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I mean,
each of the upgrades in your settlement will enable you to do different things and unlock different aspects as well, like hand-ins for various collectibles and hunting stuff and.
You get some quite good side quests as well from some of the stuff you upgrade as well. Some buildings, which is quite good. Yeah.
See, I've got the thing now is I'm getting in to do dailies for the currency to earn like the micro items.
Oh yeah.
And I've got to put aside a good amount of time because I pretty much know that the next part of the story I've got to do. Well, technically not the next, but I want to start it about now.
Yeah.
Takes me completely out of England in a sense.
Yes,
and I'm not sure whether I'll be able to get back to do my dailies unless I finish that section all in one nice sitting.
Okay. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's hard to say, man. I fucking love this game, man. It's so good. Every minute I spent in this game was just pure. It gave me pure joy. I had a smile on my face from start to finish, and that's all you really want out of a game at the end of the day. Is just to have fun and to be immersed in an awesome world.
Is there any replayability to it at all? Because I know you're playing on Uplay. Would you buy a physical copy of it or another copy of it further online to play it some more or go back to it at all?
Well, it's got a season pass.
It's going to have some DLC.
And they're going to give like free stuff out as well, like they have, I suppose, with this event.
Okay.
It depends how good the DLC is. It depends. I mean, for me personally, I mean, I know everyone's different. It's just depends how many games I've got to play, and I've got quite a big backlog, so I don't know when I would get time to even go back to it if I wanted to. You know,
mate, we're not going anywhere. Everyone's in fucking lockdown, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. But to be honest, it is a great game, and
in my opinion,
some DLC. Yeah,
they've had a very good track record when it comes to DLCs as well. Like since Origins, like they've all been pretty much good DLCs, nice things where you're like, yeah, that's worth it. And if you wait, even you can pick up those season passes for like 10-15 quid about a year or so down the line.
Yeah.
When all the content's out and whatnot. But the funny glitch I've had with it is ever since the new event's been added, whenever I load a save, Eivor turns up completely pissed out of the nut.
That's bizarre.
And I have to either meditate or just sit there for about 2 or 3 minutes for him to sober up before everything sort of goes back to normal. It is a strange one, and it's not just me that's had it. I think Elliot's had it as well. And I think when I looked into it, quite a few people are having the same issue. I think it's to do with after you've played the drinking game at the festival.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like this weird side thing. They'll fix it soon enough because they're usually pretty good with their patches and such anyway. Not game breaking, more of a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, so I mean, there's nothing else I want to say on AC, mate. I mean, it's fucking awesome. That's all I can say about it. And if you haven't played it, check it out. It's great.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. Apart from that, obviously we touched on Cyberpunk. suppose the only real main thing is to bore everyone shitless about the patch 5.4 Final Fantasy that dropped.
Yep.
Recently. It's really good. I wouldn't say it's as good as obviously 5.3. That was a benchmark patch as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to the main storyline, people that have obviously played that know that that was a really well done, really well received patch that rounded up things almost nightly perfectly with a ribbon, with obviously certain threads left lingering in the background. This one sort of starts to touch on things from the past again.
Okay.
Great way this game is interwoven with stuff from like years ago.
Yeah.
Still. And it starts to turn more and more sinister before the next expansion gets announced, which I'm guessing is going to be in the event in February.
Okay.
But yeah, things are set in place now where shit looks like it's about to hit the fan in quite a fantastical way. One of the things I kind of like in MMOs, and they've done it with this DLC, is certain landscapes will be altered in zones. There will be things new in some of them, and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool, and they're quite easy to notice as well.
Nice.
With what's going on in the story. So the story was decent. It was moving it along. It didn't really any big events or anything to a degree. Well, there was one that I won't spoil. So that's obviously ramping up for the next patch, which is the last one before the usual expansion. And then I tried the new raid, which is like the last part of the Eden raid. Again, it's just like, unfortunately, just 4 trial fights. You haven't got them moving through an area kind of stuff that some of the old raids did, which I sort of preferred to a degree. All of them are pretty good. In fact, the final one is brilliant, really well done. Probably my favourite, maybe one of my favourites out of all of the end raid fights to a degree. Second fight I fucking hated though, and I haven't redone it since. I just did not like the mechanics in that fight at all, mainly because I kind of knew what they were supposed to be, but the actual AoE effects and stuff like that weren't showing up for some reason.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of really frustrating. I think I must have been knocked unconscious in that fight about 6 or 7 times. Sort of a thing, and most times it was like, what? Like, I did what I was supposed to do, apparently, but oh well. So yeah, I haven't done the last trial fight and a few of the other little extras as sort of like other tweaks and such, but yeah, it's really good. But I'd maybe wait until the next patch, Webby.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have time to resub it anyway.
Do a nice double catch up before obviously the new expansion.
Yeah. I mean, I'll normally take a big break from it anyway, and then just bang out a load of stuff within that month, and then cancel it again. Cool. You played anything else, Darren, or was that it?
Well, I played a few things, just like the Fortnite and stuff with mates, but just mucking around on that and progressing through the campaign story stuff.
Okay, cool.
Black Desert, the usual sort of stuff on that. Oh, I made my character Nova, which I think's releasing on Wednesday. Just give them a test to see what it's actually like.
Nice.
That's pretty much me done. I haven't turned the PS5 on for over a week now.
What?
Which is mad. Well, I've been either absorbed in Assassin's Creed or Cyberpunk, and they're both on the Series X. I've got Series X version, so
yeah. Oh, fair enough.
I keep meaning to go back to Demon Souls because it's always there, like just in the corner, nagging me. Sort of good game.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah, Cyberpunk's sort of like taking a majority of my time this week.
Yeah.
I know. Again, part of me's like I should wait for obviously the update and everything, but what I'm playing is just so compelling and enjoyable that I'm having fun with it as it is. And obviously, there's a majority of different ways you can play through the game anyway. So I'm quite happy to sort of like run through it again at some point, souped up as it were, and fully fixed.
Awesome. Cool. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it, mate.
All right. Well, apart from the games that we've mentioned, Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk, I did find some time in my busy gaming schedule to play the Back 4 Blood Alpha. Oh, mate, it's so good.
I don't usually watch people stream, but I did watch a Jack Frag stream of him playing this when it sort of like launched, and at first I was like, I don't know, it pretty much does look just like what I expected, Left 4 Dead, and then after half hour I was like, I want to play this.
Yeah,
I want to go. Like, gives a go. Like,
yeah. So for people that don't know, it's actually made by the Left 4 Dead dev team. They've broken away from Valve, but Valve own the rights to the Left 4 Dead name, so obviously they can't use that name. So it is exactly the same. So in the alpha you only get one level, and it's set out in that Left 4 Dead style. You know, you're going through, so you got one level, but there's certain part. You know, there's 4 parts of the level. So and each part is broken up by the safe room, and the safe room is very similar, but there is a slight difference. So if you remember in Left 4 Dead, you get into the safe room and the like the ammo and the med kits and all that stuff just dotted around, and you share it between you inside the safe room. So instead of that, in this game, there's kind of like a buy box. So you earn currency as you're killing zombies and going through the level, and then use that currency to buy ammo if you want to, and add-ons for your weapons, or different weapons if you want, and different medical stuff. You can pick up weapons throughout your gameplay anyway, so I wouldn't bother buying the guns, but I bought upgrades for my assault rifle, like a bigger clip and a scope. And it is exactly like Left 4 Dead. So I was going through a play with 3 randoms, because I don't know anyone else on the PC that is in the alpha. Even though I did give away some codes, but those people weren't online. And so it starts off, exactly like in that Left 4 Dead way. But what I'm liking about it is the variety of the enemies. So obviously you got your normal zombies, but very much in that Left 4 Dead style, there's a lot of variety in the enemies. So you'll get different ones that will jump around very fast. There's one that will stick you to the spot, and one of your teammates has got to come and free you. You got go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I noticed when I was playing it as well, the game does not pull any punches, because on multiple occasions I've seen people playing, as soon as they come out the safe room, it's like a couple of zombies, special infected, smashing the shit out of them. Like, things just going to crap within like under a minute of them leaving just the safe room. And it's like, well, this is a scratch run straight away.
Yeah, it's actually, I think it's too hard at the moment, the way they've got it. So my team got to the very end, and like normally at the end, you've all got to escape on a boat, helicopter, or something, right? So at the end of this one, there you go over this bridge, and there's a boat. So you go over the boat to the other end, and there's these army people there. And they're like, right, we need you to go back on that boat and plant 2 bombs. So there's 4 of you, obviously the 2 of you pick up the bombs, and it's like, and the bombs are you need to set on like the lower levels of the boat. But you go on the boat and it's just overrun with loads of zombies, all the special types of enemies, and we got wiped every time, and you only get a certain amount of continues. You get like 2 or 3 continues or something. So we just got absolutely pwned, and then it was game over. So I think that needs tweaking a little bit to make it a little bit easier, because it's like, all 4 of us went on the boat, but we just got overwhelmed. It was just, it just felt like infinite enemies were just coming on us. But it's really, really fun.
That's what pre-tests are for, mate.
Yeah.
Tweaks.
But again, it's very much like Left 4 Dead. So if one of your team actually properly dies and you don't revive them, later on in the level you can find them in a like locked up in a room or something and bring them back, which is quite cool. Obviously it's not Left 4 Dead, so the enemy variants are different, but there is like a variant of, like, you remember the old witches in Left 4 Dead, there's enemies like that, but they're not witches. They're something else, and you can set them off, and they'll bring hordes of enemies onto you. And
you always set them off. You did back in the day.
Yeah, for shits and giggles.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Because of the random enemy AI, I still remember the time when I was running through. I think it was number 2, and there was an achievement for getting through one of the levels without startling any witches.
Yeah.
No, not the bloody.
You remember that, the bloody gnome? You had to do a whole level.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the gnome. That was awesome.
Get the gnome to the chopper. I got that, Chivo.
Yeah, I got it.
So well.
Yeah, I've got it. It went tits up when we was trying to get it for someone, didn't it?
We used to farm ourselves out for it, wasn't it? I need to get that Chivo. Yeah, but okay, well, join us. It's all good.
Yeah, but it used to be funny because we used to go on, and it was like someone goes, "Oh, I haven't done the gnome." It was like, and everyone went, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so on the witch one, anyway, I still remember that we got through all the level, like thinking, yes, sweet as fuck, we done it, and then was like, we can hear a witch. Where the hell is it? Where is it? It's like someone literally went over the top, and it was like someone had startled the witch, and I just heard she was at the bottom of the fucking ladder. Like it was like the game had just gone like, no, you're gonna have one right there. Like there's nothing you can do about it. Like deal with it.
Yeah. So what's quite different about this game though is as well. So in the main game, there's 8 different characters that you can choose from. It's a 4-player, obviously, co-op game. In the alpha, you only get the choice of 4 characters. They all have their own different weapons, which is quite cool, and they all chat to each other, which is quite cool as you're going through.
Well, no, I don't know if they do have different. Do they actually start with different weapons?
Yes.
I know
yes.
It's the card. There's a card system, isn't there, where
Yes,
you can actually select certain stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
which also adds to the random multipliers on levels as well.
Yeah, so you got different.
Which kind of, I think, is going to keep things different. Sorry.
Yeah, so there's cards that obviously ramp up the different types of enemies that will come up in the next part of the level that is going to happen, so that adds that randomness to it. But then you also get your different buffs for your team, like like you get more health, or you can heal people quicker and all that sort of stuff as well. So there is a lot of randomness to it. So they're saying that not every every run is completely different, with the card system, the AI and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to have a lot of replayability, and it's something that I only had enough time to do one run through with some randoms, and that one run through, I had a lot of fun with it, even though obviously we didn't make it, at the end. But I can see, if you're playing with 3 mates who and you're in voice chat, man, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and apparently it's going to be cross-play as well, which
I hope
really
so.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's just amazing because obviously we've had quite a few games of that type in a way.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the one I played recently, even though it's third-person World War Z, it's still obviously a similar thing, isn't it? It's the hordes of enemies and gunning everything down.
Yeah.
It's just amazing after watching it for a while. It's like, yeah, I want to play. It's if you can get it cheap, it's good fun.
You can I've got it downloaded on Game Pass,
and it's got like a leveling system and stuff, but
it's all right.
It is very slow and toilsome sometimes to obviously earn your level ups and your credits to buy better versions. But once you're unlocked, they're permanent.
Is it? Is it? Oh, the third person, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like what made that interesting, or the main thing I liked about that is at the time I think they've added a new DLC which I own. There's been a few DLCs I've bought recently. Actually, I picked up that which is I think it's Marseille DLC, which is set in France. And obviously with World War Z, it's kind of the same thing of where there's like 4 characters, but there are 4 different characters for each part of the game. So you had a lot for like the levels in like the Middle East. You had a different bunch for the ones in New York. You had ones for, I think it was like Tokyo, and the other one was like Moscow. So there was like a nice big selection of like different characters and personalities and stuff in that one. But yeah, on DLC, I did actually purchase recently the Borderlands 3 season pass because it was on sale.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I think it was about 20-something quid. I think it was for the season pass, and I don't know whether there's a balls up with it because it gets you, I think, 3 or 4 campaign add-ons. but it also downloaded like the alternate skin versions of like characters, which they kind of released recently, and I presumed they were just only to do with the second season pass.
Oh, what about it,
But
man?
for some reason, I've got them downloaded.
It.
Oh, I did. I was like, oh, that's a bonus. Wasn't expecting those, but I'll take that. So, because obviously that game's now enhanced for the Series X and S.
Yeah.
As well, so it runs at 60 FPS and everything with like the 4K display, blah blah blah, sort of a thing. So I thought I'd give that a bash.
Is it good? Yeah, looks alright.
I haven't started it yet. That's what I was saying. It's another one of the DLCs that I picked up because it was cheap.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to
I need to put some more time in that.
But it could end up being one that I just purchase and for some reason just forget or never go back to. It always happened once or twice. Yeah, I finished Borderlands 3, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't too hot on the ending, but then the story isn't really the big thing with the Borderlands games, really.
It's not really, is it? I found that out when I was playing it. Really couldn't two shits about the story, but as I said, the whole aesthetics I like.
There's funny moments.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Well, the last thing I was going to say about Back 4 Blood is some of the perks are quite cool. So there's one perk that you can get with the cards is if you use a melee weapon against the enemies, for each enemy you kill with a melee weapon, it gives you some health back. It's just one way of getting your health back if you're low, which is quite handy as well because I found in the alpha anyway that you run out of ammo quite quick and it's quite
I've seen people running out of ammo constantly.
Yeah.
When's this out anyway?
Like June, I think. So
a
bit of a wait. Yeah.
Still a good 6 months away, so plenty of time.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I am purchasing that for sure.
Yeah, so I think the alpha's only running for another couple of days anyway, so they just want to
that's fine.
Test the netcode and stuff. So yeah, I'm happy to play it once. That's it for me. I know it's going to be good. I'll pick it up.
So, gonna wait.
Yeah, I'll wait. Don't want to
happy
spoil
to
it.
Wait.
Yeah. That is literally all I've played. But never games we talked about. So questions it is.
Questions. Any questions?
Yes. Oh, hang on. Stunty was going to be doing a quiz.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I know. We're getting a bit late now, aren't we?
That's still a quiz. It's Christmas.
The Christmas quiz. Is this going to be long, this quiz?
No, not really, because I won't do all of it.
Okay. Well, let's do the Christmas quiz, and then we'll do the questions.
Right. Well, the plan is, right, you all get a go each.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you don't answer, you get 10 seconds. I haven't got a counter, so I'm gonna have to guess.
Oh, so I can't cheat. Oh man.
So if you get it wrong or you can't answer it, it goes to the next person.
Okay.
All right. So and we'll have rounds. Okay. I don't know how many rounds we're gonna have because I ain't worked it out yet because I'm really organised here. So, right. So who wants to go first? I wrote Darren down first. Oh.
We'll go for it, mate.
Yeah.
So
test dummy.
Can you say that again? Because I dropped out and I need a piss.
We're going to do rounds and Darren's going to go first. But if you want a piss break, that's fine.
Understood. Do it.
Yeah, so we got.
So what was it? You asked me questions that I answer, and if I can't answer it in 10 seconds, it goes to the next person.
No, you only get one question. You get one question. If you get it wrong, or you can't answer it, it goes to the next person, so they can gain points. That's how it works.
Ooh.
If you get it right, you get a point. See?
Come on, then. Let's do this.
Right. Okay. Where are we? Right. You ready, Darren?
Yeah, mate.
All right.
Just about.
How many? Right. They're not all PlayStation ones either.
Oh, good.
I did think about it. I thought, should I do all PlayStation ones? Just really fuck them off. Right. Okay. This one is a PlayStation question, though. Darren, how many PSP models are there?
That's a hard question.
I think there's 3. No, there's 4. There's 4.
It's wrong. It goes to Webby because you said 3 first. So
shit.
What about me?
Well, no, because you're not. It's Webby's question next anyway, so it would go to the Webby.
What did Darren say? 4?
I'm not going to tell you.
If Webby fucks it up, do I get a go?
What did you say, Darren?
I'm not going to tell you. Give you a point.
He's looking up on the fucking internet. I can see him.
I
can see him on the screen.
What are you on about?
Right, time's up. Number.
4.
How many?
4.
4. Right, yeah, you get it right. He's 4. Actually.
Yes!
I forgot the PSP Go.
Yeah.
The
PSP
digital one.
1000, PSP 2000, 3000, and the PSP Go. So
Have it, you slags.
Yeah, whatever, mate. I know you're good with Google.
God, there's no time to Google that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let me cross that one out. Otherwise, I'll do that one again. This one's for you, Dan.
Okay.
Right. Panzer Dragoon.
Yep.
What console was it first released on?
Oh, that's an easy one.
It
Come
was
on.
a Sega Saturn, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
Why do you give down the easy ones?
It's on the list here. Don't.
Well, mine was reasonably easy if I just remembered a certain model.
Right, eat shit and die.
Back to Darren's thinking, fuckers.
Oh, why didn't I get a go? When's it my go?
It's your turn now.
Oh, shit, yeah, sorry, yeah. It's supposed to have been your go, but I went to Dan.
Oh, so I would have got the easy question. That's bollocks.
Right, Webby, your question.
Yeah.
How many characters in the original Smash Brothers?
Oh, fucking hell! I don't know. I'll go. I'll go 16.
Oh no, I know. Can I go 6?
Wait. You can't go, Dan. It's Darren that's supposed to go.
Right.
What, in the first Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first ever Smash Brothers. How many characters was there?
There's got to be at least 20.
No,
that's
you're all
be
wrong.
My guess. 20.
12.
12. Oh, 12.
Yeah. 12.
Fuck me. That's fuck all.
That's low.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
So now it's back to Darren again.
Yeah.
Not
Darren.
me.
No, it's Darren's go.
Yeah, because what it's doing, we're going Darren, Dan, Webby, and then back to Darren again.
Yeah.
But where was my go?
You had it. You
had a go.
The Panzer Dragoon one.
Yeah. Okay.
You only get one.
And then if someone gets it wrong, it goes to the next person.
I don't know what's happening. Go on, ask questions. Go on. I shout the answers.
Back to Darren. What console was Killer Instincts released on? What was the first Killer Instinct?
Oh, I know that.
I know that as well.
What was it released on? What console or?
Yeah.
It was the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, come on. That was an easy one.
Let me find her. Right. Whose go is it now? It's Dan, isn't it?
Dan,
hey.
yeah.
Oh dear, Dan. Sorry. What character is number 2 of the Amiibo range?
What?
Number two. Oh, gee, hold on 2 seconds. Give me
no, there's no Google.
I'm not Googling at all. Trust me, I'm not.
I'll take a stab at that.
I'm going to take a stab. I'm going to say Luigi.
No, you're wrong.
That would have been
now goes to Webby. Webby?
Fuck off.
Toad?
No, you're wrong.
Don't know.
Go on, I'll give it to Darren. Go on, you have a go then.
Well, I would have said Luigi, but I'll say Yoshi.
No, it's actually Peach.
What?
That's what I was going to say next.
That is so...
Yeah. So, right.
Why wasn't it Luigi? It should have been Luigi.
Yeah, it should have gone Mario than Luigi. Load of
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
So much charging excuse, you Webby.
Right, who's next? It's you now, Dan.
Is it me again? Okay.
No, it's Webby.
The Neo Geo Pocket.
No, it's Webby's question.
Was it?
Yeah, was it just Dan
Well,
then?
No,
Yeah,
no.
Dan was the one that asked the.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Amiibo.
Sorry, yes, it was. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Right, Webby.
Yes.
Easy one. This Neo Geo Pocket was made by who?
SNK.
Yeah.
Yeah! Webby.
I'm just going down a list, so some of them are easy and some of them aren't. So you probably, if you get screwed, that's your tough shit. Right, this one. Who's it back? It's Dan now.
That was me again.
That's
okay.
me.
No, it's Darren. It goes Darren, Dan, Webby.
It's the fair third round and he still hasn't sussed
Do you know why? It's because it all went wrong, didn't it? So let's write this down again. Darren. Oh, sorry.
Pen and paper.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Darren Webby. All right. At the moment, the scores are Webby with 2, and Dan and Darren with 1.
Ooh, champion! Ha ha ha!
Right. So whose go is it now?
Mine.
Right.
Darren, yeah.
Darren. What console was the first Spider-Man on?
That's tough.
Well, I think I might know.
I'm torn between 2. I'm going to say Master System.
No,
really?
It goes to Dan now.
I would say the PlayStation.
He's going to.
No, you're
wrong
as well.
Fuck off.
Right. I think I know what it must
Can
be.
Do I get a go or not?
Yeah, it's your go.
Mega Drive.
No, you're wrong.
Really?
It was actually on the NES.
Whoa.
Nah.
Yeah, there's a version on the NES.
I bet it was shit.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting one, that one.
I didn't really recall seeing much Spider-Man on the Nintendo consoles, to be honest.
There was a Spider-Man going back, but it wasn't a console, but on a Commodore 64.
Yeah, I played that. It was a good game, that was.
Yeah. But this was a console, and you couldn't class the Commodore 64 as a console, could you?
Yeah, that's why I didn't say it. But anyway, next question.
Right.
Next.
Who's next? It's
Dan.
Was it? Yes, it went. Yeah, it goes Dan Webby. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What year did Halo 4 come out?
Oh, it was a shit year for my life. It was. Or was it Halo 4? Is it Halo 4, do you say?
Yeah. Halo 4.
Fucking hell. Oh, good God. I don't fucking know. But I do know. So fucking long ago. 2011?
No.
Oh, fuck. What was it?
Goes to Webby.
2012.
Yeah, you get it right.
I don't trust you, Webby. You're sitting there with the question being answered. I bet you got the Google up.
I can see the reflection.
Yeah, we should see
glasses.
hands.
What?
My random stab was 2012.
I'm not.
I literally thought.
It is.
Yeah.
And you're looking it
up. I
know,
literally
I
thought.
What are you on about?
In my head that it came out at least 2 years before the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Nah.
And the Xbox One's 6 years old.
Right. So whose goes it now? It's Webby's actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Go on then.
Yeah, go and rack 'em up, mate.
There's my hands. Come on.
Name the character from Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh no.
Shit.
Captain Jack Sparrow. I can't remember his name. It
goes to Darren.
Oh
God. It's the wrong one, I know, but I'd say Hatham, but I know he's not the right one.
No,
he's in the American one, isn't he?
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. It's Edward Kenway.
I don't remember that at all. It's been so long since I played that.
He's the guys. You visit his family place, don't you, in London in Syndicate?
Right.
Yes.
So who was?
So that was me.
Right,
that was mine. Yeah.
To Darren. Sorry. Right.
Is it? No, that was my question.
That was mine, wasn't it?
No, it's Webby's.
It was mine. Bloody hell.
Oh, bonus! Thank God for that.
That's right. Right. Here's one for you then, Darren. What's the NES gun called?
Oh.
That's an easy one, man.
Did someone just fart?
Oh,
come on, that's an easy one.
I'm thinking Zapper, the NES Zapper.
Yes, well done, mate.
Done.
Congrats.
Nintendo Arcade will be proud of you.
Right. Let's cross that one out. Right, so we've done that. So we've got
Stan now.
Yeah, no. I'm still there.
12 questions left, that's it. But I'll tell you points in a minute. All right, Dan, finish the game name.
Oh, fuck.
Baldur's Gate, Dark
Gate.
No.
No, do I get to answer that? Please. I know the one.
You do.
Dark Alliance.
Yeah, you got it
yes.
fuck's sake, he's looking on Google
I
again.
don't think anyone.
I know this. I played it. I
haven't fucking played it. Oh dear me.
Right. Who's this? This is Webby, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many buttons on a Dreamcast controller?
6.
Nope. Goes to Darren.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, hang on. Hold
7.
on. Yeah,
7.
Nope.
Oh, fuck off.
How many? How many?
It's actually 11.
What?
Yeah, because you include the triggers because they're buttons, aren't they?
I did include the triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got the 4 chord buttons. You got the trigger buttons.
4. Yeah.
You got the start button.
Yeah. You got the thumb as well.
Like another one.
The D-pad.
Oh yeah, it says 11. The standard controller has 11 buttons plus another.
So you class the 4 from the D-pad into that equation?
Yeah.
Oh come on, man! They're not really buttons. I suppose they are directional buttons. Whatever.
This quiz is bullshit.
That is bollocks. Yeah.
That's a bit of a technicality, but
I thought that, but it's Google. No, it's Google's the answer. Right. So that was Webby. So at the moment,
Yeah, I got that wrong. Yeah.
Webby's on 4. Dan, you're only on 1.
Sorry,
Darren, you're on 2.
woo.
Woo. Right. So this is for Darren again, isn't it? What was the original name for the Wii?
Oh, it was a. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to say.
It's not your go.
I know.
Kumquat.
No, it goes to Dan. Go on in, Dan.
We play.
No.
Play something like that. No. Oh, bollocks.
Come on, Google. What's the answer?
Go on, Google.
Oh, do I not get a go?
Yeah, it is you.
Oh, are you talking about me, you fuckers? You're wankers, you are. Yeah, so it's like on the Xbox had a project name. As a Project Revolution, it was called.
Oh, look, see, you knew it already.
Bollocks.
Ding dong.
Sorry, listeners. I've been drinking.
Come on, you must. I remember when that project name. There was when that project name was out for years before it came out.
Whose go is it now? It's I'm getting confused.
Dan, I think,
Dan.
wasn't it?
Right, Dan, you should know this one. What was
so.
Jeff Minter's company called?
Oh, Jeff Minter. Oh shit, man.
Who is Jeff Minter?
Oh, Webby. Tempest 2000 guy.
Yeah, it was Llama Soft, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Have it.
That's bizarrely that came round to you. Actually, it wasn't in order. It was in. It's on my list. I'm crossing them out.
Sorry,
right, Webby.
Go on.
Oh, this is interesting because this came up earlier.
Yeah.
Who was the Dizzy games made by?
Codemasters.
No.
What?
It goes on. Yep, goes to Darren.
Oh, well, they just published by.
So you jumped too quick there, Webby.
Oh. I'm just going to have a look on Wikipedia.
I'm going to say Ocean, but it's not because they were a publishing company as well, mainly.
Dan?
I'm trying to think all the cheap games we had. Well, we used to buy these games for $1.99 or $2.99.
Yeah,
in the
$1.99, mate.
Listen to the question.
Who
were they made by? Not distributed by. Made
by. I've just had a look and I don't actually
remember
know
one of the
that
labels
name.
back there was Mastertronic or something like that. I remember, but I'm probably wrong.
Well, no, this is who they're made by. This is the people that made the game. It's the Oliver twins.
Oh,
yeah.
Who programmed it? You mean?
Yeah. Well, program made it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the devs,
remember that.
The developers.
Anyway, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough question, man. Fuck that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
man.
Right.
Next.
Whose question was that? Was that my fisting?
That was mine. That was my fisting.
Oh,
right. So we're now on. Webby's on 5, and Darren and Dan are both on 2. So you need to start catching up. Webby, you need
with
to get off of
3
Google.
questions left.
I'm not even on Google, mate. I'm literally.
No, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. So yeah.
One.
Right,
So I've got 2 questions each.
Back to Darren. What was the name of the PlayStation What was the name of the PlayStation 1 development kit? What was it called? It was black. That gives you a hint.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah. And I had the
name
chance to buy
escapes me
one
at
at
the
the car
moment.
boot many years ago, and I didn't.
Oh, I really wanted one of those.
I'll pass. I can't even think of a name, unfortunately.
Dan?
Project Black. Sunny Black.
Project Black.
No, Dan.
I don't know
what it is.
Yes, I know what it is. The Net Yaros.
Yeah. I call it the Net Arrows.
I'll tell you why I remember that is because I really wanted one.
I actually remember that.
Because I really wanted one as a kid, because they actually put them out to schools for people to learn to develop on and stuff as well.
Yeah, I don't know how much they cost. I must admit.
Quite a lot.
I do remember them though, because they, when they come out, and I wasn't really a big gamer back then, but I do remember them.
Yeah.
Right. So whose go was that?
That was Darren.
Darren. Right, Dan.
Okay.
That's a tough one now for you, Dan.
I hope so.
Name the main character from Enslaved: Odyssey to the West.
Monkey!
Yay!
Oh, well done. Good answer.
Wow,
well
Darren,
done.
you remember that?
I completely forgot that.
It was performed by Andrew Serkis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Serkis.
Yeah.
Great place of entertainment.
Right. Webby gets one.
Andrew Serkis.
Do I get a tough question now? I bet
no, you get an easy one.
Go on.
It is, yeah. The Xbox 360.
Yeah.
What year and what month for a bonus point?
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, why are you giving him a bonus point?
I won't get it because I can't actually remember.
You won't remember anyway, not both.
No, I'm trying to think the year now.
Xbox 360. I think I know.
I think it was 2006.
No, you're wrong.
2005.
Me.
Oh,
it goes to Darren. Go on, Darren.
Go on.
November 2008.
This is America as well, because it would have been there first. It wouldn't have been here first.
2008 November.
No,
that's too late. Surely.
Too late. 2008 is.
Do I get a go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit! I was forgetting how long they were on the market.
My fucking donkey's ages, mate. We go for 2005.
Yeah.
And let's go for October.
No, it's November.
I was a year out, man. I can't believe that.
Since I said 2005. Wow.
Yeah.
So you get a point.
Do I get a point? Yes.
Yep.
Well done, Dan. Well done. Well done.
Because all you guys fucked it up.
Right. So now it's back to Darren. And
to save face.
All right. Oh, this is an easy one.
Hopefully.
What were the main enemy called from Halo?
Oh, I know.
What, the group or?
What? Yeah, the main enemy of
the Covenant.
Halo. That's right. Yeah.
Well done.
Right. Some people would do so. The Flood. So.
That's what first popped into my head for some reason.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, wait, it's not the Grunts, it's not the Covenant, the group.
Good answer.
Right.
Well done.
One's for Dan. This is an easy one for you, Dan.
Is it?
Fuck's
I hope
sake.
so.
What was released before the Commodore 64?
What, the Commodore?
Yeah.
The VIC-20, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, bloody hell.
But you did know. Wait, did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No, it's too. I'm too young, mate.
He's a fucking millennial. That's why.
My first console was an Atari. Well, my first computer was an Atari ST. So.
And what was after the Commodore 64?
The Commodore 128.
No, it was
C616, wasn't it?
Yeah, or the +4, wasn't it, as well? That came out as well, didn't it?
Hell. Oh, this hidden history you don't know about. All the games were shit, by the way, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, all on tapes and ran like dog shit.
I saw a +4 at a car boot in the summer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but he wanted 60 quid for it, and I said, fuck off.
60 quid? What games did it come with? You got COD for it, mate.
Yeah. Right, we got a really good one for you, Webby.
Go on.
This is your favourite subject. What year was the first FIFA game?
Oh my goodness.
That's perfect.
I know.
92.
No. What was that? What year was the first FIFA?
Yeah.
Game? 90.
No, it goes to Dan. Dan could take the lead if he gets this right.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. I do remember seeing someone play this years and years ago.
It was called FIFA International Soccer.
Yeah. Was it? What year was it come out then? So I will go for 1996.
No.
Cock in a bun.
1993.
Cock in a bun. Fuck
Strange.
off.
Webby was 1 year out.
Oh, I can't believe that. Because I just remember playing World Cup Italia 90 on the Mega Drive.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's what I was like. 90 popped into my head.
93, I think that was. I'm not sure if that
was. You remember what diving headers used to look like on World Cup Italia 90? It just used to look like the player fell over. Because it was all like top down, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right, this is for Webby. If Webby gets this right, he wins. Because at the moment, Webby and Dan are level.
Oh.
So this is for Webby, though, this one.
Yep, go on.
What colour trousers are Mario's?
Blue.
Yes.
Do what?
That was an easy one.
I know it was. Fucking typical, wasn't it? So, our winner for 2020 is Mr. Google Man.
Google.
And just
well done.
I'd like to thank Google for this championship trophy. It means the world to me.
On Wikipedia. All right. Can I just put out a thing to say I'm only doing this once a year, so there.
That was good fun. I enjoyed that.
Good, well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Took me a while to think. I was watching the football yesterday, so you could tell how bad the football was. I did the quiz.
Good man. That was good fun. Enjoyed that.
Yeah.
What we need to do for next time is get some buzzers. So when someone gets it wrong, whoever buzzes in first can. Who knows the answer can get in there. Yeah.
And do we have community questions? Because it's Christmas.
We do. Sly says, "Are you guys still going? I'm boarding the bus for work." Bus. All I have to say to you, Sly, is bus wanker.
We were chatting to him earlier, so he's had a kip and he's up for work now. Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, and it's just
that's no worse than letting people out of work. Sorry, when I started a night shift, and then like 4 hours later they drive back in again after going home and going to bed.
It's about 30 degrees over there at the moment as well because it's summer. So oh well, enjoy.
Horrendous.
Yeah, let's do some questions then. So I'm going to go on Discord first.
I've got to go in a bit.
So what's my tag says? Any particular games you guys like to revisit over Christmas? I used to love playing the Division 1 and Skyrim for the winter atmospheres.
Good choices.
Said it earlier, Mario Party. I normally go back to that for Christmas. It's always a Christmas game with the and Overcooked. It's always nice to have a good argument with the family.
Yeah.
I don't have any, I'm afraid. Sorry.
I don't either.
Not regularly, but
fucker.
Back in the day, like with the boys, used to sort of have like Bomberman tournaments and micro machines, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sort of 4-player plus stuff.
Yeah, that's good. John Johnson says, "What was the best / most memorable video game related present you got at Christmas as a kid? Mine was getting a Spectrum Plus 2 with Operation Wolf when I was 10. Merry Christmas."
Only takes like what 15 minutes to load that game.
Yeah, man.
Go upstairs, loading error, start again. Cheers.
I don't really remember anything specific, but when I got to a certain age, my parents said to me, you can have, well, basically you had a limit of what you could choose, but Santa went out the window because we were too cynical back then. So I remember getting I was told that if I got this copy of Renegade on the C64,
Yeah,
because and then I think with Toys R Us at the time, you had to get a well, I wanted a skateboard as well, clearly, but back then I was given the choice of I either got this little thing called a Doozer, which is basically a shitty little half-size skateboard. Which, if you remember back in the 90s, the kids had these skateboards. They looked like fucking surfboards. They were fucking huge.
Yeah.
And
do you remember Big Loader? Sorry, I just popped into my head. I had Big Loader for Christmas.
Yeah, and I had this little Doozer. I mean, I'm looking at it now. I'm kind of visualizing in my head. It was fucking minute. It's tiny, and I remember my brother going around on the big skateboard, and I had this little miniature one. And I'm 6'4" now, so you can imagine.
Oh.
It was fucking stupid what I had this little fucking skateboard for. And that was all because I wanted a copy of Renegade, which was a shit fucking conversion anyway.
Good game, though.
64. Yeah, but
for its time.
I mean, looking back, I wish I had the. I wish I had the
version.
No, I wish I had the full size skateboard now.
Fair enough.
So that's me. Yeah.
I never got I got the Commodore 64. I don't think that was at Christmas, and I don't know if it was actually for me because I think my dad bought it for me and him to use.
Okay.
Yeah, family job.
Yeah, but it was before Christmas. I do remember that because they'd only just. I mean, I got that really early. They'd only just come into the country. We had to go to some small little independent. It was actually a computer shop in Croydon, actually. To get it, and I remember we bought the computer, and then we went off to Curry's, and we said, "Have you got any Commodore 64 games?" And he pointed us over to the VIC-20. I said, "No, Commodore 64 games." They didn't even know what they were, so it's very early in production. I got that Commodore, but no, I've never got a game console for Christmas.
Yeah, sad.
I can't recall I have. Gaming memories, I suppose. The parents usually asking why I'm not playing a certain game that I got for Christmas Day without trying to reveal the truth that I knew where it was hidden for the past 2 weeks and I've finished it multiple times already.
You've been playing it as well when they went off to work.
Yeah, there was a few.
And then putting it back under.
That's hilarious. You knew the secret hiding place and was digging out the game and playing it.
Pretty much, mate. When you know that there's a cracking game in the other room that you haven't played.
That's hilarious.
You say that, but you remember when you were really young and your mum used to be Father Christmas? Well, for me, it was my mum used to be Father Christmas. But I used to make sure that we had a pie in the room and a glass of milk.
A pie?
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
A pie?
Not a pie. No,
mince pie.
Yeah, mince pie.
Okay.
And I used to have to, and I remember waking up one night, and my mum, I could hear mum go, eating the food.
Are you sure that was eating the food? Oh dear. Oh god, that's funny.
Pie. Maybe I should leave one out this Christmas. See what happens.
I think most of the country being afraid Bentos pies come Christmas Day.
Change, you can have it when you want.
Exactly.
I don't think we had pucker pies back in the 80s. Well, 70s. Well, yeah, 80s, 70s, 80s.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so for me, it would be getting a PS1 for Christmas with Final Fantasy VII. That was a very special Christmas for me.
Life-changing, one can almost say.
It was indeed, yeah.
Yeah, because they weren't cheap. They were 200, weren't they? PlayStation ones, weren't they? About that.
I thought they were 150.
Were they?
I mean, I don't know because Final Fantasy 7 came out in '97,
no.
so
I think you're right.
I think the PS1 had already
200.
been out for a couple of years, right? Came out in
Right,
Or maybe
1995.
250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was cheaper than the Saturn. I know that.
yeah. I had a mate who had a Saturn, and he raved about it for about a couple of weeks, and then went a bit quiet.
Well, when you got a PlayStation, you probably did. I never. Do you know what, that console? I never really saw the Saturn back then.
No,
I mean, I've got
no.
one now somewhere. I don't know where it is, but
but you have, Pete.
yeah, but I don't remember
everything somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I need to find it because I've got to get that game off of you, Webby, at some
Yeah, I've
point.
still got it in my drawer. It's still here,
Yeah, I
waiting
know.
for you.
Well, I can't get near you now.
I'm
Can I,
quite
with
happy
this
to
COVID?
post it, mate. Post it after Christmas. Don't want it getting lost in the Christmas post.
Yeah. But no, I don't remember seeing the PlayStation. Oh, sorry, the Sega Saturn out in the wild back in the day.
Yeah.
Saw the Dreamcast, but not the Saturn.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll move on to next questions.
Yeah,
man. Let's do it.
Oh, hang on. What the fuck's going on here? Something's happened.
We've been 3 hours.
So I'm doing the Twitter ones.
Christmas bonus.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Yeah, Jamie Cottage says, Happy Christmas. I don't play GTA Online regularly, but I like to boot it up once per year just to look at the White Frosty map and throw a few snowballs. Which games do you recommend your listeners to get in the festive spirit?
There's quite a few nowadays. All of the live service games pretty much have festive events going on, don't they?
Yeah.
Is a Christmas game.
There's a Christmas
Die Hard
event.
Trilogy.
There's a Christmas event going on in Gears 5 at the moment. I recommend.
Nice.
But yeah.
I mean, you got Overcooked. I know there's a Christmas edition of that I saw.
Yeah.
I think it's free as well, isn't it?
Christmas Nights.
Oh yeah, that's
there you
good.
Go,
Cool.
job done.
That's a good shout.
Wasn't that given away for free in like the official magazine or something?
It was, yeah. It was.
What was it called? Christmas
Nights, yeah.
Don't remember
it was
that.
you know Nights, the Sega game.
Oh
Nights
yeah,
Nights into Dreams, yeah.
Yeah. I've never played it though.
That's going to be really good.
It's a tough old cookie. It is.
It was meant for the new analog controller, wasn't it? That they brought out like the flying saucer thing.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's move on because I've got a few and I'm ready for bed. Okay. Terry Wright on Facebook says, just seen on YouTube that the second best platform for Cyberpunk is the Stadia, behind only high-level PCs. I'm seriously considering getting one. What are your thoughts?
Well, actually going to play on it?
I would say no. I know they're doing an offer. Well, they were doing an offer. If you buy Cyberpunk on Stadia, you get a Chromecast as well. But what you have to remember with Stadia is you have to pay a monthly fee for the good quality streaming, which is like 15 quid a month. And then you have to buy the games at full price on top, which are £50 a pop each, which in my opinion is not good value for money.
And if the service ever discontinues, it's all meaningless.
Yeah.
What are you going to use to play it on? Don't you need a controller?
Yeah, so you can use any Bluetooth controller, or you can buy the Stadia kit, which with the Stadia controller.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
it's
my
an
opinion.
option to play the game.
It is an option. Yeah.
If you've got the money, whatever. But then you get the high-rig PC. So
Yeah.
I don't understand Stadia. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't get why would you buy it. It's not cost effective. It's just, I mean, if you're a minimalist, but I don't get it. I really don't. Every single time I question, what's the point? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, each their own, I guess.
But yeah.
Have you just disintegrated yourself, Webby?
Oh, the missus is walked in behind me and she doesn't want to be on camera, so I've just put my thumb over the camera.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Let's say Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, we're already drunk.
Yeah, Dan's drunk.
Good on you, Dan.
Well done. Thank you.
Yeah. Right, should we do the next question?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Andy Rowe says, has Sony set a precedent for games, especially AAA, that are not up to scratch? And do you think we'll see more games taken off the store that are bug-ridden?
I just think Sony had to do something because they were getting. They probably had a lot of copies sold more than Xbox because it's just for the PS4, and they probably just got so much bitching and moaning about it. They had to do something, didn't they? Because a lot of people were like, if they just do nothing,
Yeah.
Or when you're on a platform that's used to their usual standard of AAA, self-owned developer games and stuff.
That's the problem, isn't it? Realistically, as well. I mean, we have had some really good games. What we've God of War, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima. They've all come out and they've been perfect. Horizon, Last of Us. I know you don't like it, but Last of Us. They've all come out and they've all been perfect, as in they run. Even Death Stranding run didn't have any.
Yeah.
I mean, I went into that game and I was playing with other people. You were leaving notes and the rest of it and stuff like that, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, the only game I think that was not great was Days Gone.
Yeah.
So they have got a good. So you think?
But it was fixed pretty quick as well, and added a bunch of content to it.
Ratchet and Clank, they all come out perfect. So you can see why people go, "Oh, Conan, this is buggy as hell." They're not used to it, are they?
Oh well, they didn't grow up in the age of was it
360 and Skyrim?
It was 360 and Skyrim, and anything by Oblivion.
Or Bethesda, anything by Bethesda.
It's you're right, Paul. It's just I think to a point
it's hilarious.
I think to a point we've created a scenario where, well, so you've created a scenario which is right in the sense that everything should work. But again, I think we covered it earlier. A lot of people's expectations are sky high when it comes to these AAA titles, that they should be AAA straight out of the box, and quite clearly that we all beta testers at the end of the day with these things.
Yeah.
Do you know what's made me laugh? Bethesda are probably thinking, "Fucking hell, it's great we've sold ourselves to Microsoft now, so we don't have to worry with lawsuits."
Oh dear.
Fucking hell. I know, it's hilarious though, really.
I know. Right, shall we do another question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Paul Johnson says, "What Santa got in his sack for the podcasters this year?"
Well, Assassin's Creed for me.
Deodorant, socks, and underwear, probably.
I don't know if I got any presents, but I buy myself shit. And what have I bought myself so far? Yeah, exactly. Well, I bought myself some Silk Beaches. I want to get myself a new blender.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's payday. It's payday tomorrow as well, so I'm not sure. I might go shopping. I'm going to get myself a haircut before we head into UK wide lockdown. Well, Webby needs a fucking haircut.
Oh no, I'm good.
So yeah, I'm gonna get tomorrow. I'm gonna get myself a Christmas haircut on payday. It's my Christmas present to myself, and buy myself a blender so I can do my smoothies in the morning.
You could put your head in the blender. I'll give you a haircut,
mate. I feel like it sometimes. Don't worry. I really do. That's about it, really. To be honest with you, I'm not a testing man. I'm just want something nice. I want convenience in the morning, and the current blender I got is a bit shit. So no.
Yeah, I need a blender because I normally use it for my milkshakes, and my one packed up.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I need to get one.
We're getting old, mate. We're getting really fucking old. It's like,
Well, no, but it's just ice cream. You don't have a milkshake ice cream. That's why I need a blender.
Good. Yeah, man.
Wrong time of year at the moment, but
No, there's always a good time for ice cream. So, after the main meal, dub. Maybe for breakfast if you're hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Next.
Okay, next.
I'm going to have to go in a second because it's getting late.
Yeah, okay, we'll do one more question and then we'll end. What's Paul Clark says, "What's the worst Christmas cracker joke you've heard?"
Probably so bad I've erased it from my memory.
Yeah, same here. I can't think of any.
I could tell you some jokes. What you call a rabbit with a wonky dick?
Go on.
Fuck's funny.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
And on that note, I think we should end
that note, yeah.
You killed it.
Yeah, you killed the
We were
podcast.
going so well.
Oh, that's a good joke. It's good. It's so honest. I think it's lost on millennials these days because they haven't got a clue what Bugs Bunny is.
Oh
No,
god, that's awful.
Well, Space Jam 2's out soon, isn't it? So
yeah,
I'll know again.
I've got more.
No, we'll save them. We'll save them.
Save it for next year.
Yeah.
Next year, okay. I'll write them down, mate. Don't worry about that. All right, all good.
Cool. All right. Well, that's the end of this year's Christmas show, everybody.
Yeah.
Ho ho ho!
And thanks to all the listeners that are on here listening to all this, especially Dan's joke.
I say I think we haven't had a message on the Twitch stream for at least 30-40 minutes.
No,
so, I think everyone's. I think we've sent everyone to sleep, mate. To be honest, I think it's.
I'm going to ask this question right now. Again, I did last time. How many people have we got listening right now?
We've got 7 people viewing.
Well, I'm on. So that's me. So that's one.
That's me. I'm another.
So
and I'm 5. One as well.
That's 4.
Clarky there. Clarky's there.
You sure Clarky's not got 3 computers open?
No, Clarky's not there. I can see Hogarth there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a load of bots.
A load of bots.
Yeah.
God.
What are they trying to farm?
Well, it is quite late, mate. It's 20 to midnight.
Are they porn bots?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. Bots, make yourself known.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone has a lovely Christmas. I know it's not going to be the same as it normally is every other year, but try and have a nice time, everybody, as much as you can, and just chill out, game, and eat mince pies. It's all good.
Or pucker pies.
Or pucker pies if you're stunty. Yeah.
Or Frey Bentos. Lovely.
Lovely.
No.
No.
I'm not a fan of Frey Bentos so much.
No, I'm not either. No.
I've heard good things.
It's like eating dog, isn't it?
Is it? I mean,
you open it with a ring pull, I think. You pretty much open it with a ring pull.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah.
I think you bake it. Yeah, I'm going to buy myself one. I haven't had one in a long, long time. I can't remember them.
You'll remember why you haven't bought one for a long, long time when you've had one.
You do realise the thing you're supposed to put in the corner when the dog comes in and eats.
It's all right. It's fine. Nothing wrong with dog food.
Oh. Right, anyway, we're going to end now. So from me, Mark Webb, Gamer Tag, PSNID, SteamID, Webby, 360G.
Coming from you from Tier 2 still, Cinema Dad.
Yeah. Tier 2 as well, checking out. Number 1 Stumpmaster.
Tier whatever by the time this comes out. See you later, Sensei Switch.
So thank you very much. Everyone have a lovely Christmas. You can find us on Twitter at 360GamerCast, Facebook the same. And if you want to spend your hard-earned money to get a podcast every single week of the year, head to patreon.com/
Sorry.
You're such an arsehole. I have to do that again. Anyway, so if you want to spend your hard-earned money to get a podcast every single week of the year, head to patreon.com/ 360Gamecast. From as little as £5 a month, you will get a podcast every single week of the year, and all the extra special shows we do as well. Apart from the Christmas ones.
Apart from this week and the week after, and the week after that.
If you give £100, we'll send you a pucker pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Half eaten by Stunty. So he gets DNA. Oh dear. Anyway, it's been awesome, everyone. Thank you very much. We will see you for the Game of the Year show next week. Goodbye.
Yay!
Oh, that's it.
That was amusing.
Yeah.
It's quite a good one.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right, I've got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning so I could do some work at my laptop for 4 hours and then fuck off and no one fucking knows I exist. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, tomorrow. What are we going to do tomorrow? Fuck. I don't know. I'll go get a haircut tomorrow. I said that, didn't I? I'll get a haircut tomorrow. You're right, isn't it?
Good times.
With any luck. Are they still doing all the queues and the waits and stuff for those, I take it?
What the heck? No, you just turn up. My
No,
local,
fair
you just walk in. You walk in at the moment. At the moment, I'm pretty sure that all the supermarkets are going to be chock-a-block with people quite freshly out with other things to do, aren't
Yeah.
I can't wait for.
You might have
I can't wait for tomorrow's flirting with the rules like everywhere.
Yeah.
Our local Tesco's is horrendous for it. Like social distancing.
I know that Tesco very well, mate.
But
yeah.
It might be busy because all of like where you live, Dan, are worried that they could go to tier 3, so people are going to start going out and getting loads of stuff.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I did yesterday. I've been listening yesterday. I watched Knobface do his public address,
right.
And then basically I sat here for a bit and I went, fuck it, I'm walking to Asda. So I walked to Asda and spent £100. Fair enough. I did spend 30 quid on headphones and 10 quid on a pair of new lounge pants, so I can go around my friend's house on Christmas Day and be freshly, as I don't have to expose them to the usual shit I wear. Yeah, I did that, and then I spent about £70 on food. I've drunk most of the beers I bought. I need to buy some more beers actually. That's another job for tomorrow. Brilliant.
Yeah, I've got to buy some beers. And also, I'm probably going to have to buy another box of chocolates because I've eaten most of them this evening.
Crimbo stock up.
Well, that's the thing, man. You do what you need to do.
Yeah, I should have opened them early. I've already polished off the Quality Street as well.
I will say this: if people are stuck at home this Christmas, just go for a little bit of self-indulgence. Why not?
Yeah.
Get yourself up a bit.
Okay, you do it, man. Just do it. You deserve it. You deserve it because you're gonna have a rough couple of months coming up, but the rest of it should be fine. I did the there's a little app online where you can assess where you're going to be in the queue for the COVID vaccine. Apparently, because of my conditions, I'm going to get it between March and April. I can't wait.
Oh.
So I'm all good, man.
Right, I'm going to make a move anyway. So,
and
I will talk to you guys later. All right, cheers.
Right, have a good Christmas, guys.
Have a good Christmas, everyone.
In person and by then, yeah.
Catch you later.
Right, take it easy, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, you off then? All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you later, Dan. Bye.
See you later, man. Bye.
Bye.